more than a cat's will.
Probably.
Actually, yeah.
Like, I probably should have
Matthew, do you need water or tea or anything?
Water.
Ooh, that's weird for you.
Is it though?
It is.
I'm really fascinated by this mouse, though. He's kind of like, wait.
Oh.
Now he's angry.
Have you seen the show Raising Hope? Oh, they take the baby to a daycare, which is a daycare for dogs, babies, and people, old people.
Oh my god.
And all the old people died, so and all the babies like left or got older, and they started school, and so Hope was left with dogs. And she started acting like a dog. Every time the doorbell rang, she would bark.
Good.
Like a brisk.
Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
know, right?
Yeah. That's his.
Yeah,
He's gonna be around
I had
cats.
to skip you and it doesn't.
It's got a.
No,
sweet
today I was like trying to
Ah.
get me out so bad.
Cancer killing
There's a
stuff.
baby, one of my friend's babies.
I haven't had sweet and low in a while, so that's gonna make you feel
Little
weird.
How would
now,
be?
but she gets. Oh my god, that's awesome. They don't even have cats, they have dogs. I'm like, how did you
That's
learn?
weird.
How did you teach her this? Y'all never get it. She's smart though. She's a smart baby. She like will throw her arms up and you like go wee. She'll like just it's crazy. She does funny stuff. But I want him to meow.
I'm excited for this homebrew that I got for you guys.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Haynal's working on a one shot that he's very excited about, and we're all excited as well. So he'll give us a couple of weeks heads up, and then we'll one of these Mondays we'll take a break from this and do his one shot.
We'll do it when he has
What's
the
a
wedding.
one shot?
No, because I want to play in it. Don't.
I
It's
like
just
this
like
idea.
He's like, no, don't.
it's the same
no,
thing we
don't.
do, but it's a story all contained in one session.
Oh.
So it starts and ends on one session.
Check it out.
Kai, I like this idea. Just despite our
Such-
God.
Don't do it.
Our act against God.
Monsters.
Check it out,
You
Micah.
can rebel against authority. Just lightning strikes all of us.
Holy characters die within the first 5 seconds.
That next session we all die. Oh, out of nowhere, Manticore.
Like a little stone table.
Wipes all y'all out.
That's pretty cool.
A Tarask shows a Tarask appears and steps on all of you.
Yeah. And all
Oh, out of nowhere, 10 ogres.
Yeah,
You
you
threatened
those
to do 16 zombie ogres on us at some
If
point.
they're not done before that, that is.
47 bugbears.
I don't know. I got
will
that other package from Amazon too.
You got what?
I got that other package from Amazon and it's
Ping pong.
12 of them.
Really?
Some
12
So-
what? Wait, what were
12 managers. That's for my one shot.
they? Wow. That's awesome.
So I got a lot more.
Okay.
Apparently my promised characters aren't here today.
Aww.
Yeah, it's not coming until Wednesday, which I keep on trying to tell them that.
Wednesday.
Keep on trying to tell him that.
He told me once.
Well, he's not even gonna buy it for himself.
This is like the best decision I've ever made.
You happy with that?
I am extremely happy with
I
it.
thought that was going to be like the last pick because it rolled and it felt a little uneven. Maybe that's the same difference.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
When you roll like as an enemy, like you yourself,
Mm-hmm.
are you supposed to do it like where we can all see it or no?
Nope.
There's options. Some DMs will roll on the other side of the screen. Some will roll on this side. I like to roll on this side for a couple of reasons so far that I've found. One, I can be nice and fudge it,
and let us all survive.
which I've done on maybe an occasion or two. I don't want to do that too much because I want you to think the rolls are dishonest. Two, it's a surprise. You don't know if he hits by the roll, you know if he hits by the description, which I think makes it a little more fun.
Because of a lot of
I
a lot of
roll.
the stuff that I get to do has to do with after you roll or before you roll.
Yeah, so I would say all that by armor class. I would say what's your armor class, or
Is that-
if your spell save is
Is that one or is that one?
that would be one. The other one would well, that's a good question for the 10-sided. I forget.
Check it out.
That's like that's sorry, 00 is your 10. Yeah, so that's fine. It's optional. It's kind of depends. Some of them I'll roll on this side. Like I will roll. If I'm ever playing a character, I'll roll on this side because that's something you guys would normally see.
So you did when
That's
he,
Terrifying.
Like if I was playing Bosia, I was rolling her on the other side.
Look, I can summon a
There's no need to
gargoyle.
hide.
Yeah.
I can summon a gargoyle.
Need.
Dope.
Oh, it's got a hand on it. That's awesome. Check it out, Micah. This one has a hand on it.
Oh, it's
It's
holding a
werewolf.
hand?
Yeah, it's holding a hand.
Ugh.
That's cool.
And I got gargoyles.
Michael did one. Oh.
Yeah.
Razzle dazzle. Yes, both.
Okay.
You said Russell Dazzle, and you know exactly who I thought you were talking about for 5 seconds.
Should tell him I'm online.
Oh, you're doing the slide?
The
Live right now.
thing will be done in just a second. Okay, any other questions? Everybody looked at what they get at level 3?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I get to choose my
So
god.
your thing will be
And
half of gray.
Yes. So I sent you a text. Did you get that?
Oh, I did. It was beautiful.
I can
Thanks for that
15.
Did I send you a picture? Oh, I see what you're doing. No.
No, it really was a picture though. It was of my options.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for that picture. It was really
Well,
girthy.
I don't know if you looked through that, but some of that it was kind of nice because it laid out some things that would be considered more beneficial and less beneficial. You didn't respond, so I don't know what.
Oh no, you
you're
sent me a
wanting.
link. My bad.
Yeah, and I don't know what you're wanting as far as your animal fight yet.
Okay.
I hope they
Stick
saw.
with wolf.
Yeah, of course.
Fuck your panther.
Hey,
Okay.
language.
Just wasn't sure.
My
This
language is
change-
English.
this
And
is-
this motherfucker's trying to take my hang down.
This is
No, not.
There you go.
friend.
I have my own hang down to
What's going on?
touch.
Okay.
You can actually have that. That's actually yours.
No other questions then. Oh, this is what's important. This is what I've been forgetting. So we're gonna try something new. Okay. On my count, during combat, if you can tell me the bullet points of what your character and you want them to do on their turn within 15 seconds, you will get a +1 to your attack roll and any ability checks.
He's like, hurry up and let's get this over.
Exactly. I'm thinking it will be a good way to speed up our combat a little bit, guys. So essentially, let's say it's Gerlach's turn.
Why me?
As an example. And then within right
Why
off the bat,
him? Your
right,
favorite
calm
person?
down. Right off the bat,
It's because
Gerlach
he's your
says,
brother, isn't it?
Yes, that's exactly. Right off the bat, Gerlach says, I would like to move to 15 feet in that direction and then cast Thunder Wave, or whatever. He's already told me what he wants to do, then we'll figure out exactly where that is, we'll figure out which angle he wants to cast it at, and then we'll roll. But he's told me, and he knows what he wants to do already. He gets a +1 to that roll. That way, hopefully everybody will feel the incentive to move faster. It's going to make you guys better if you're quicker. Similar to combat. If you were slow in legitimate combat, you'd probably die. But if you were faster than the enemy, you know what I mean? It makes sense to think about it like that.
I've never cared about.
Of course, that's
extra
not
credit.
going to apply to the enemies you fight, but
I've never cared about
Says
extra
the person
credit.
that always rolls
But
a
now it's real.
yeah, it's bonus points. Okay.
As everyone knows, I like bonus points considering when he told us to roll for these, I pulled out my die in the middle of class just to get that extra +3.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh, Alpha found a legit dice tray.
Oh,
At
snap.
Goodwill Outlet that I paid
Let me touch it.
13 cents for.
Don't let him touch it.
That looks new.
Build us all.
I didn't know. I saw it. I was like, I have to. Guys, okay, I don't know if you've ever been to the Goodwill Outlet, but it's where they sort all their stuff.
Is that the one, that new one? That's
No,
up?
it's older. It's like a factory size. It's
Oh.
huge. They just have these giant bins, and they do everything by weight. So you throw it in a tub. They weigh every pound, and it's like 47 cents a pound. So this was like, 10 cents.
Okay.
Huh? Oh, and I bought some old computer games, including like a Baldur's Gate and a couple of Neverwinter Nights 2, some old school Dungeons and Dragons games that I'm excited to try.
Sweet.
Maybe get some inspiration from.
Didn't they
Especially
make a
since
couple-
Baldur's Gate is technically in our world.
Didn't they make a couple of D&D movies, like 2?
Oh, yeah, they did. Jeremy Irons is in one of them.
And so is Marlon Wayne.
Oh,
yeah,
remember there was
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
We have that film on VHS if you want to
No
borrow
way.
it. Yeah.
oh, you're talking about.
Okay.
I mean, I've
Dungeons and
seen them
Dragons.
both. Like I've seen
I
them
haven't-
both.
I haven't seen
I just
it.
haven't seen them in a
Have you,
while.
So,
have you
was there
seen
any other
that,
questions
that Vin Diesel
about
movie?
The
Witch
what?
Hunter?
Dungeons and
Yeah.
Third Level?
That's
D-
about his D&D character.
Yeah, that's about his D&D character.
No.
Yeah.
His character is so overpowered. What are we talking about?
Just making sure there's no other questions about third level. And we all went over our stuff. Jonah, have you picked your college?
Yeah. College of Lore.
College of Lore? Cool. Thank you. You choose your god, you specify your god, and you choose your oath. Which I think we know the oath you picked.
Yes, and I already have the god chosen as well.
You picked, but
You praise to Batman.
We'll wait till that comes.
Basically, yeah.
I also looked at
And you did choose your spirit.
yeah,
Your
it's bear. At Stormbrew Games they had that Malachi's Tome of Foes or whatever.
Mordekaiser or something.
Yeah, something to do with the mustache.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
awesome,
looked-
isn't it?
Yeah, and I looked up that one that Black Magic Craft made.
You can always say that.
The
Joker usually loses, but Batman
Dabber
wins at the exact same
guy.
time.
Yeah.
He's pretty strong.
Is he?
I'm like, it's not bad,
Joker
like,
was just like,
but
he was in the car
he can
laughing
speak
about
all
it, just
languages
like,
except
we're
for,
gonna take
but he
me
can't
to
speak
the
back.
prison, and
That's
he's gonna get
Yeah.
embedded.
Like, so if you try to like
This whole
distract him
party,
or whatever, you can't
face
really.
it, Bruce, you can't live without me.
Pretty
And
dope.
then, Batman kind of looks over, he's like, in the middle of driving, he reaches over and snaps Joker's neck. And he, like, when he gets to, when he gets to the prison, he steps out of his car, takes off his mask, reveals himself as Bruce, and he's just like,
Wait, so
I'm
knocked on the
revealing
door?
crime.
I didn't. That might have been mine.
And then,
Yeah, so you did Batman.
So
died with the Joker.
at a different level, do you get to choose different spells?
yeah.
I tried to kill him.
Stop
No,
timer.
I mean, like,
Like,
yes,
Batman
as a
is-
bard, you
Batman
can swap
is
spells
Batman
out.
died
Okay.
at
So that's,
when he
you know,
snapped the Joker's
but
neck,
you have
so
to
Batman
you have to
wins
swap it at your level up.
against the Joker.
So now that
My
you've
favorite
leveled up,
thing
you
is
can
when
swap
he says,
one. I think it's one
if
spell.
you
I
kill a
forget.
murderer,
Okay.
the
But you
amount
can't
of
swap it
killers
again
stays the
until you
same.
level up again.
And I was just like,
Because
you kill two.
I know it says you can have 2 second level spells and 3 one level spells. Yeah.
Suddenly he's just like throwing like a wrench all over the place. Headshots.
But do you get to change your cantrips?
No, I don't think so. I think it's, well, cantrips are spells, so yes.
Oh.
Well, these are done.
I hope this is dry. Trying to touch the bottom of it.
Don't touch it.
You could if you want, but you're gonna get super glue all over.
Yeah. So any minis that you guys have that you haven't finished, that you haven't gotten to paint yet. Next week, if you come early, we can paint.
Next Monday?
Next Monday.
I'll be down.
5:30.
Yeah, Matthew bought a small brush.
Nice.
Yeah, he bought a small
Oh,
brush.
question. You just use regular acrylic paint, right?
I do, but you have to use, I don't know, I use apple barrel a lot.
Walmart.
Yeah,
I just bought some
Cocaine.
from the
Don't
kind
worry.
he uses
Yeah.
from
What is God?
Craftsmart or whatever.
I was thinking about buying it, but they're so expensive to me.
Well, the Craftsmart is 70 cents.
Really?
Yeah, I bought a bunch. I'm about to go buy more
Well,
colors.
well then I must be looking at the wrong thing, because I looked at that board that they have all their paints
I'm
on,
gonna take hella
Yeah.
and I
photos.
thought their brushes were like $8 a piece.
Oh, I'm talking about the paint, not the brush.
I was either
Well,
gonna
I'm
go
like,
with
well, I thought
Font
their
Cloud,
brushes were like $8 a piece, and Matt
Snaring
told me it only
Strike,
cost me
or
$3. I
Hellthorns.
was like, really?
At
And I got
where?
one more level, or
in
actually
Jack?
got 2 more
Yeah,
levels before I
really?
get to
And
level 2
I don't know
magic.
what the real prices
So I
are
can get
then, because that's why I don't
Actually,
buy a brush.
some
I
because-
have a
level
couple.
for use.
Yeah,
I don't know
and,
what spells I have.
and
But I don't remember them being that expensive.
I thought they were always expensive because
Say pull up your
they
thing
were
on
always
D&D
like,
Beyond.
That's stupid.
yeah, and I guess they put the prices on. They're like, no, these are a bit too expensive, so I guess they lowered their prices or whatever.
That's good.
But
Trying
they
to be
still,
more competitive.
yeah, but I'm like, I guess they still have their prices on there.
Oh, I don't know if any of you guys have been to
Nope.
Edmund Unplugged. It's another
No,
board
I
game
keep
store.
wanting to.
That place is awesome. Like it's a cool place. You know what I mean?
I already told you I did
Would you like to hand me a paper towel?
Patch mouth.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a couple of these so I don't miss out.
it. Micah,
I will. Yes, sir.
for future
Yes,
reference,
sir.
my 3rd spell, I chose Ensnaring Strike.
Okay. And is that a level 1 or do you, oh, that's a level 1. You don't get level 2.
Hellthorns I meant, not Ensnaring Strike.
Oh, that's right. That's true. I was just looking at the words and you said another thing. I was like,
There's confusion here.
Is that going already?
What? Yeah.
you're recording all this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny. 'Cause nothing happened.
We're just saying random shit. Ba-da-ba.
Shooting the shit. Okay. Let's get into our recap so we can play.
Anybody trying to hand me?
So, last week
Last week.
on Dungeons and Dragons at Micah's house.
The quest for something.
For something.
You
know what's funny? We're actually all on time today, and we're still starting at the normal.
Oh, okay. We defeated our foes, the orc and ogres. We took out the big bad boss, and some of the orcs decided to flee. We slayed the ogre, if I remember correctly, in a brutal fashion, breaking her sternum. It was unpleasant, and it was squishy. Then we headed back on the trail towards Fallin. We ran into Shar, where Morthos asked him about a green leaf, small, ovular thing he had found at Wyvern Tor, which what we found out, according to Shar, is a wyvern scale, a green one. At that point, Shar turns right around, goes back to Wyvern Tor, as that was his reason for being there. We ended our session at the head of the little short path that heads into Fallin. We can either go back the way we came towards Wyvern Tor, which would be east. We can go west, which would get us to the high road, and then north to Neverwinter. We know about Colleen and her friend Rydoth, who's at a place called Thunder Tree. We know it's north, we don't know exactly where. We know Rydoth is some sort of magic user, and we know that Colleen has lost her son, Pip, I forgot. That kid, unfortunately in a sad fashion, falling out of a tree. If he's an idiot. And, yeah, so that's where we are, so let's get started.
Didn't we spend the night at the...
Yeah, I thought we decided to go back to the...
Yeah, we did go into town.
We got into town late and we spent the night at the Stonehill Inn. My apologies. Everybody got a room except for Zamaros is outside.
God doesn't know what's going on.
God doesn't know what's going on.
He gets a look.
That means we get to do whatever we want now.
So,
quick, take over the town.
Okay, let it begin. Do your thing, guys.
So it's early in the morning
Yes,
now?
sir. It's about 9 a.m. The sun has, well, let's say 8 a.m. The sun is up. The town is alive. People are starting to do their things.
I'm gonna go trail the woods.
Okay.
I'd like to see what I can. I'd like to see what I can get for the tree trunk because I'm obviously not going to keep it.
Okay. Okay. We'll start with that. So the day opens. Are you guys gonna have breakfast?
I would have breakfast.
I'll pass a few apples out to people.
Okay. As you guys head downstairs, Toblin is behind the bar. He's got freshly baked bread again, and he's got apples again.
Bread again.
Yeah, I'll take a piece of bread.
Okay. He's handing over bread. It's, they feel indebted to you guys. He doesn't charge you for the bread. He doesn't charge you for the apple. So he gives you guys each a slice of bread.
I'll still pay how much bread costs.
If you insist, how much are you gonna pay? He doesn't even mention a price.
I'll make it good for him. I'll probably give him like 5 copper.
Okay. 3 copper, 5 copper.
Yeah, just one up and
Everyone sets 3 copper.
A whole silver piece on the table as I walk by.
It goes like this: 3 pieces set down by Eros, 5 by Amethyst, and then a whole silver by Morthos.
I want to buy a chicken.
Okay. And then you walk up to Toblin and say,
I'm sorry. Hey, yo, B, let me get that chicken.
Oh, he calls him Brandon.
"That's what you do."
Actually, he started it.
Isn't his name Brandon?
The guy who you would think would be good with names as he tells stories for a living.
Yes, Brandon. Hello.
The name's Toblin.
Yes, that's what I said. That's what I said. Brandon, I would like a chicken, please.
Okay. Alive or dead?
Of course. Fully.
I was about to grab that one.
It'll take a second. Give me 30 minutes.
Can I get hand a gold piece?
A gold piece? He says, sure. Takes it and runs back. I won't say no to that. He goes back, starts cooking your chicken, 30 minutes. While that's happening, Eros, you're heading out into the woods?
Yes, let's get this going.
Just so I'm aware, we are hoping to attune and gain our animal.
If it's a wolf or a panther, either one, I'm okay. I'm hoping for wolf. I'm okay with a panther. You said I should roll on it.
Give him a badger.
Would you like to go north, east, south, or west?
Can you turn the wolf into a dire
North
wolf?
is going to be the Trigor Trail. South, there is woods. To your east is
Actually,
slightly
south
hilly.
is it's covered with mountains, isn't it?
South is woods. Yeah. Hills to your east. Your mountains are in the distance.
It's still
Let's go into the woods.
Okay. And you also have, of course, west, which is the woods. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
West is the ocean.
Quite a while away.
Oh man.
Can you turn the wolf into like a dire wolf?
No.
That would be really
I would like to go to the Lion Shield Coster.
Okay. Roll a survival check for me.
19.
Okay. Cool.
Indeed.
Okay. You head out into the woods.
I just survived the woods. Which I do have a. That is my natural point, too.
It is. Yep. That's your preferred terrain. Okay. We're gonna leave you in the woods for now.
Yay.
You're heading over to the Lion Shield.
God just dropped you off and leaves you alone.
That's what I feel like. He's just like. He's like Thanks, God.
When I get there, I want to
Giant
go
man made
up
of
to
clouds.
Linian and ask her like I did before for a pencil or a piece of paper, and then write like the quill and ink again. How much was that again? I
She
forget.
says, "Hello. How are you today?"
Incredible.
Good. I'm just trying to write myself a quick letter to send back to the family.
I see. Okay. That'll be. Do you need fine parchment or just any old paper?
Any old paper will do.
Okay. That's going to be. You always get me with the paper. Let's see here. 2 silver pieces.
2 silver pieces. All right.
Mm-hmm. Papers.
And you did actually buy the ink and quill, didn't you, last time? You had to buy it to write the letter.
I rented it.
That's right, you rented it. Are you going to be buying ink and quill? Or
No,
would you like
I'll just rent it from you again.
Okay, remind me what I charged you last time.
Was it not 2 silver for the quill and 2 silver for the ink or something like that? Okay, we'll go with that.
Okay.
I feel like that's wrong, but
That sounds good to me. She hands it over, sets it at the end of the counter, similar to last time, and then goes about her business, not trying to be intrusive on what you're doing.
5 copper.
oh no, I'm sorry, boss.
That's all good, man.
I'm trying to fix it.
So, Talvin, how is the chicken coming?
Yes. Let me see here.
You called him Tom.
He runs back.
His name is Brandon.
So,
I'm not with you guys, though.
Looking like 2 more minutes, sir.
alright.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
Do you have a thermometer?
Sorry?
No, you go ahead.
Do you have any old bones? Stronger
We're interrupting
bones?
them.
There's some bones in the bottom of the stew on the fire. It'll be beef.
Biff.
I can fish them out for you.
Yes, please.
Okay. That'll be a couple copper pieces. We make a lot of stew out of those beef broth. Bones.
You're taking the marrow away from them, too.
Yeah.
That delicious meat.
This is an interesting bit.
That sounds like Problem's problem.
Back in the day, medieval times, at inns, they would essentially throw stuff in a pot and they would never empty the pot. So the pot would always be whatever's been put in there recently, and it would just never stop cooking. So it was always this modge podge of random stuff. So that bone, which is creating broth, might actually be in that stew for close to 3 weeks. And it's just repeatedly hot. Yeah, because they had fast food back then. That's what it was. It was always stew. So by him giving you those bone broth, it's going to make that stew a little more bland for the rest of the town folk, or he'll have to find something else to replace it. That's just in his little
Copper or silver?
Good copper.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If I was to like use a spell called Enhance Ability on, say, Amoros's
Zamros.
Zamaros
Mm-hmm.
dog.
Uh-huh.
It says that you touch the creature and bestow upon it a magical enhancement. Choosing one of the effects: bear's endurance, bull's strength, cat's grace, eagle's splendor, fox cunning, or owl's wisdom. What does that mean? Would he be like a super
Bull's
dog?
strength.
So they'll gain
Bites the
that
face off
animal's
of the ogre.
skill in that thing.
Okay.
So it said boar's strength.
It says a bull's strength.
A bull's strength, you'll get his strength modified rather than your own, if I remember correctly.
But
And
the
I
dog,
looked it up.
the dog will, or
A creature. It could be human. It could be humanoid. You can do it on yourself. You can do it on Zamaros.
Do it to the
It'll just give
dog.
them that particular animal's skill set in that area. If I remember correctly, I'd have to double check and look at it
Do it to the dog.
specifically. It doesn't say.
But what do they do for you?
It gives you a higher modifier. So let's say the bear strength is a +5 and yours is a +2. You touch, give them bear strength, they get a +5 now until that spell ends.
That's cool.
I sent you a text saying what, or just
What's a text?
Okay.
I'm talking to God.
We can finish this interaction if you like there.
And then afterwards, we'll wrap it up and go to Lena and go. So, I would like this melt water deep.
Okay.
Specifically, a halfling named Ursa. Yeah, if there's any way for you to get that to him, that would be appreciated.
She takes down some notes. You said Ursa. Is there a specific place we can find her or he?
Him.
Okay.
Oh.
Whatever you say.
Yeah. Let's just. There's a small inn on the edge of town.
Okay.
Doesn't look like the nicest place. It's got a red door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and in with the red door, is it on a particular part of town?
It's closer to like some docks, the harbor area.
Okay, it's towards the harbor. Okay, and in with the red door. Okay, that'll work for me.
Hey, he's pretty popular with people there, so shouldn't be too hard to get it to him.
Not a problem. Now let's see. That's quite a ways. It'll take some time to get there. I hope you're not expecting a fast correspondence. It will have the Lion Shield Coster and Fallin on it, so it'll probably come back here, unless you'd like. I don't know. It's your letter. You might have told them where to send it. I'll be quiet. Let's see. That's going to be. We will say.
Welcome to my house.
2 gold pieces, 5 silver.
5 silver. I'll throw in an extra 2 gold pieces for you being so nice to me.
Oh. Okay.
You know,
See if I can get it there a little faster.
Some people they see the horns and they just start judging.
That's true. Well, when Sildar cleared you for the, said you guys were good, I trust Sildar, so we'll stand by that. Dodging the thing about liking tieflings, she just says, I trust Sildar.
Not in.
Whoa, man.
Sleep.
Okay. You see, she seals it with a blue L and a blue wax. So it's sealed, and that means it's going through the Lion Shield Coster and their merchant system. She puts it in a little small safe in the back. You aware of all that happening, and it seems like she's being, for the most part, discreet and appropriate.
Really?
Excuse me. Okay, at this part, he comes back up. Here is your chicken. Sets it in a copper platter for you.
Alright, I would like to split it in half and then take it outside.
You just tear it in half. You just leave the half there. He goes, are you going to eat this?
Yes.
Okay, he leaves it there.
Actually, can I ask him if the dog is allowed inside?
Oh yes, bring your dog in by all means. It was a regular with Darren.
Dresses.
Oh,
no, not
he just
screaming.
called it dog.
I'm not screaming at it. Yeah, I'm sorry. Drazes comes in. I'd like to set the chick on the ground with the bones that he gave.
Roll an animal handling check for him.
Oh, hold on, huh?
Hey, this is for your benefit. Eventually.
Let's see you roll this natural 1.
Don't say that, because it's gonna happen.
Man, I can't wait to see this one.
Oh, natural 20.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm going to give you Drazis' stats. It's on an index card. I would advise maybe write this down. You can roll
Probably
it.
not the strongest dog.
He's an amazing dog. Don't touch him.
I think there's a mess up in this book.
You're a mess up in the book.
Okay. That's you. If you have any questions, let me know. His HP is his health, AC is his armor class, so when people are trying to strike him, that's all his modifiers. He gets advantage on smell-related wisdom checks. Also, he's got the ability to latch. So once he lands an attack, you can use the bonus action to latch onto that animal. It causes disadvantage on attacks, I think, and strength.
Can I level him up at all?
That time will tell. Most likely not. I'll tell you right now.
Who can say
But that's what he
where
can
the
do.
wind goes?
But I can inspire him.
Time only knows.
I don't know if you can give. Can you give inspiration to animals?
It's just a creature.
Ooh.
Doesn't specify.
And half movement. Essentially, they're like almost grappled.
You touch a creature and bestow upon it a magical enhancement.
He's got very little health. I'm gonna tell you guys now. Dracis is probably not gonna help us fight too often.
He's gonna be the
Is that
best
one
dog.
elf woman there still?
Colleen, the priestess.
Yeah.
She's in town somewhere. Are you gonna go look for her?
Does she have spells?
I don't know.
Am I able to keep
You
him
can
She's in
find
your
her. That's
blessing.
yours. Just don't lose it.
Yeah.
You'll probably keep it here, obviously, but
She gave me a blessing to marry her.
that's only one.
Does she do rituals?
You need to go find her and talk.
Well, I don't know her.
You know,
Why you go
just-
find
you know
her?
there's a
Can I
shrine
go
in
with
town.
Amethyst? I'm gonna go with Amethyst.
He's not going anywhere yet.
You're not going anywhere? Oh.
I
Well,
was asking her,
are we gonna
We
go?
need to talk to them about our reward.
Well, do you know
That's what I was
shit.
about to say.
yeah.
who she is?
Yeah, I know where she is.
Okay,
Right.
well, I'd like to make a conversation with Jalal.
What's up, good fellow?
I have that written
Fella?
down right there too.
Fella is the correct term for a girl.
After I get done eating, I pay for him, I look for Jalal, and I said, do you know anywhere I can find a priest somewhere?
A priest?
Yes.
You're looking at him.
I look with a weird stare, and I'm like, huh.
Did you realize it's her
No, I'm kidding.
passion and love burns
Roll for
deep
deception.
into this man?
Yeah.
I'm
Roll
sorry,
for
her name is
deception.
Guriel.
Guriel.
My bad. I was mixing her up.
Grail?
I've heard of somebody by the name of Goril, but I don't know exactly where she is.
You're a cleric, right?
Paladin, but I do have knowledge in gods. What's good?
What is she?
Okay.
She's just a priest?
I can't give you any information. You know how this works. You have to go find her.
Alright, let's go find her.
Alright.
Okay. I'd like to go
You know, supposed to say
out
Orleans
of
is
the
not sun.
spot and,
Yeah, I know. I was getting mixed up.
and go look for her.
Okay, you guys walk out the front door. You look to your right, and there's a shrine, and she's sitting at the shrine.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but I was trying to tell you the shrine is outside of the
It's,
tavern.
yeah, it's like it's the town center. It's like right there.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
was
this.
about to
This
say.
is a small town.
Because like the tavern's like right
She's
there
on
that
her
road,
knees, and she
the
has her
shrine's,
arms
like,
to her
right here.
side. She looks to be praying.
If I remember his map earlier, the tavern's like right here, the shrine's like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. The one that
Do
Matthew
you want to approach her?
mastered
Yeah,
to.
like,
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Specifically, the right side of
Can
it.
I
I'd like to
I'd like to
approach
believe
her.
there's still a little blood smudge on the other side.
Some webbing and blood.
Yeah, it's just like no one's cleaning it.
Oh damn!
I'd like to approach her. As I walk up, I lean down and I talk to her and I say, hello.
She's got her. She's on her knees. She puts her hands on her lap. She says,
I offer her, let me offer her like 3 copper just for her, you know.
"Ah, for the lady."
Yes.
She takes it. She puts it in a satchel on her stomach. She says, "This will be used for good."
And I let her know and see if she can do some rituals.
She goes, "I'm gonna need you to be more specific, sir."
Ma'am.
Ma'am, how do I do that?
We don't do
Yeah.
that. We see Hana.
That's why I just referred to it.
I lean down and I say, well, it's a specific ritual for me to. Do you have any experience with totems?
I knew a man. He was a fierce warrior, a friend of our families, my family's, that is, before I joined Lady Tamora and her followers. You guys are very distracting.
You guys all
Yeah, he.
We're having a dance off.
stop.
He specialized in what I imagine you're speaking about, totem rituals. I might be able to help put something together.
Is there anything specific that you need me to grab or anything? I do have some fur for my totem. My spirit animal would be a bear, of course.
She looks at you and she says, "The most important thing is for you to find something to channel your spirit."
I can channel his spirit.
I had a, no,
May I assist him?
I had a really
He says,
Her?
it always helps to have friends.
May I play you a little song to inspire you?
I had a
So, you may.
Is it gonna work?
And you can ask Amethyst, or you can just start singing at her.
I would like to
This
see
reminds me of you, Amethyst.
Oh.
It's just Metallica.
I assume are you giving her inspiration?
Yes.
Okay.
You could go out and find like a bear tooth or a bear.
He gave you inspiration.
There you go.
Just landed.
Get inspired.
Landed on them pigs.
She says to you, "This can be done with
I know this ritual is going to take more than 30 minutes for it.
Yeah.
I also need to talk
There's
to
one more burrito left if you want it.
Everyone fight to the death right now.
Yeah.
Not even in game, just in general.
Oh god.
Alright, boys. It's time to John Wick this thing.
Chapter 10, if you're looking for it.
See,
Which
Chapter
is highly
Shatters
effective with the plastic pencil.
what are you talking about?
Oh no,
I'm
it
in a
takes
regular
20,
pencil.
or no, it takes
Thanks.
10.
But still, that'll still.
See, I was about to go with something different, but I'm not sure what you guys like, or if you guys like nuts or not.
You know me, my man. Big fan of nuts.
God,
No, thank you.
you're gonna get one right now.
I definitely will.
Oh,
Feels good.
I got floating in my drink.
Probably from yourself.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Hannah?
No, I think it was you.
I went over.
Oh.
It says a cleric or a druid, but I don't know what. You said you're a priest, but I don't know what priests are.
She's got the title of cleric, so
Okay.
she's actually she's not just a priest, she's a cleric priest.
And I can make the totem if I could have.
Yes. What was the last thing you said? Asking about.
I was asking her, I was like, do you have anything that I need to do or anything to help me
She
prepare
says,
more faster?
She said just make sure you have your spirit in line and something that will help channel that. So she looks at you, she says, I can help you with this. You seem to carry a great burden, and I think the way of the totem would help you release that pressure and that rage through positive means. She looks at you and she looks you in the eye and she says, a bear.
I kind of get shaky-eyed because not everyone knows about how much of a burden I have been over the years, and I'm just, just still silent. But I accept it as what it is.
She's gonna put her hand on your shoulder and she says, you have to have an aspect of a bear to channel your spirit.
Can I, like... No, I'm not part of the conversations right now.
Can I rip some fur off of his dog? Get her the
She
board.
looks at you and she says, cheap tricks are not gonna work in this case. This is a matter of the gods. She says, I can have my lady Tamora help us. She goes back to this praying position and she's just absolutely quiet. She's seeking guidance, hoping for some aspect of energy, something to help find the totem. She's gonna spend 30 minutes praying. I assume you're going to hang
Well, don't I need to go talk to Tamora then?
Tamora's a goddess.
That's
That's
the
who
god.
she
She's
worships.
praying
Do you mind if I
She
interrupt her
references
mid-prayer?
her very personably because she's familiar with her as a goddess.
Just with her.
Yeah, I'll definitely probably just stick around
Okay,
for her.
we'll finish this real quick. 30 minutes. Or you're gonna walk out.
Can I walk over and see what they're doing? Ask Amethyst specifically.
Okay.
What's going on?
So casual.
What's going on?
I am here to seek answers for
He has a treasure hat too. What's going on?
for this whole path that I should be taking in life, and hopefully it can help me figure out what's going on with me and this anger of mine.
At this point, she turns over, and we'll say it's been roughly 30 minutes or so. She looks at you and she says, a bear will cross your path soon. She feels that the Lady of Luck, Mrs. Fortune, essentially, has given her a vision of you seeing a bear, interacting with a bear. So she tells you that. She says, this ritual is for you. You can do this on your own, and she gives you some pointers about how to do it. She tells you that you will need to find an aspect of that animal, gather it. You will need to be respectful to the animal, and then you will need to carve some sort of semblance that's important to you into whatever it is, or make it out of whatever it is you gather from that animal. And then after an hour of praying, you should be able to create your totem. So she tells you how to do it, and she says, I think you're going to run into a bear soon. Now, of course, she worships a lady who has good luck and bad luck. So.
I wish I could get a bear. I can only go medium house. So
Can
the
I,
bear could either attack me or just
Can I take the big tree off of my back and like slam it on the ground? Not like slam it forcefully, but just like set it down. And say, could she use this as a carving?
She says, I have no need of such brutish weapons.
Can I ask this kind elf lady a question?
Yes.
My lady, have you read these books before? I found them.
You're reading the titles, the erotica.
My Lady Fair.
She was, oh, those are.
The pages are a little messed up, but
Since those are no longer for me.
No.
but you have heard of them. Cool.
Yes,
And what about
they're popular smut in my culture.
and potions for dummies? What's that about?
That's
My fair lady.
basic knowledge of potions and alchemy. Nothing too beneficial. Common knowledge if you've ever worked on an alchemy table.
Wow, a lot.
I got one right here.
When I set the tree down and asked her if she could use this, I didn't mean as a weapon or if she needed it personally. I meant as
Are you
like
talking
a
to her?
carving. Yeah, I meant as a carving.
Talk to her. Go for it.
Like, could she use this to carve the bear, like a bear paw or the head of a bear?
It has no bear essence. It has no.
What if I kill the bear with it?
You wouldn't need the you wouldn't need the tree trunk. You have a bear carcass. I think you need to talk to your friend. You misconstrued the purpose of this ritual.
Oh yeah, can I talk to her? Can I talk to what's the lady's name?
Gurail.
Can I talk to G about
What
my
up, G?
god or praying to like how I should get into the vengeance?
Go for it.
So I think I've chosen my oath and I've learned of a god from my childhood. Have you heard of the god Tyr?
T-Y, alright?
Yeah, Tyr.
I didn't spell it.
It's fine. I didn't need to know that. She says, tears.
Quit distracting dog.
Let me make sure I'm talking to the right person.
Yeah,
Who are you talking
Tyr, god of justice.
Tyr is a fierce god. He has much power. He and Tamora butt heads occasionally as my goddess is aware of the fact that some things can't be changed and it just happens. And Tyr is of the opinion that you can create things and make them. He is a powerful god.
That's my boo.
He's a good patron.
still
Be true to Tyr and he'll be true to you. I've seen people go down good paths with Tyr and bad paths. He walks a thin line.
I take the oath of vengeance.
You utter underneath your breath, and she's just able to pick up on this strong worded oath mentioning
Vengeance.
mentioning your past, mentioning setting the world right by doing your best to erase what caused this blight in your past. She hears it. She says, "That's the good stuff." Then she turns, kneels down, and tries to pray.
When I left the Lion Show cluster, I want to go ahead and head to the town hall or whatever. I forget.
Yeah, you're heading down to the town hall. You enter the
That's what
door.
I was thinking.
As you enter, you see the desk to your left. Harbin sitting behind it. What can I do for you?
Hi. So, in a group of scallywags that came into town not long ago, you know those ogres?
Yeah.
Or not the ogre and the orcs?
You're telling me they had an ogre?
Oh, big. She was ugly.
She? Yeah. Few and far between. You get to see those ones.
You seem a little too excited about that, buddy.
Well, I have my preferences.
Don't know. I mean, who am I to judge? I have a tail. But,
What?
yeah. The ones at Wyvern Tour anyway are no longer with us. Well, I'm not going to say that completely. 2 did run away. 2 got away, but the rest, their leader is dead.
You're saying you disbanded the orcs?
Yes.
You've taken care of it?
Yeah, completely.
Yeah,
Oh,
they did.
thank you, Jesus.
Like I said, I don't know what those 2 that ran away will do, but
By the
the
gods.
captain anyway is gone.
Can I head to the town hall as well?
Sure. They've disbanded? Well,
Yeah.
do you have any proof?
Sadly, I didn't pick up anything. Hold on. But it being Wyvern Tour, and I was told to check for wyvern scales and things like that. I'll pull out my little wyvern scale. I was told wyvern scale. It's not very worth a lot at all, but I'm thinking turning it into a necklace. If you've ever seen a wyvern scale before.
Well, I could also show up with a tree trunk with the blood of the ogre.
He says, I'm not familiar. It just looks like polished
Kinda
glass.
I've never seen a wyvern before. A man named Ashar, a traveler. He says he's from Neverwinter.
Sounds familiar.
Hangs out with a wizard guy that owns a shop, apparently, up there. But yeah, he was wanting to buy this off me for 2 gold, so.
Doesn't look like anything orc related to
Yeah,
me.
I feel that, I have a giant. Well, he's not a giant. Well, I guess he's a giant. He's a Goliath. He's got the,
He's
got
that
the.
dude guy.
At this point,
the
can I
big guy.
just... Hello!
That point,
He's
busting
got
in,
the-
dragging a
yeah.
giant trunk, and you say,
He has the ogre's tree.
oh, and he sees the polished handle and the giant weapon. He sees ogre blood, crusty and black on the giant tree trunk.
Yeah,
says,
he
"You know,
really liked using that.
That might do it. If I remember correctly, I promised you guys.
Would you
either
like a
100 or
demonstration of
50
how I
gold.
swing?
Let's
150
not
gold?
use that right now, buddy. Trying to
Wait,
use
all of
money,
us?
not have to pay for
150 each?
anything.
Alright. Cause that'd be pretty cool.
Could we try and persuade him to give us more since there was a lot more than
No,
he said?
I want to see.
Are we all
He
there,
stands
Micah?
up and walks past you, goes to that
It's just
little
them 2.
notice board, and then pulls the poster that said "Orcs Dead" or "Orcs Wanted Dead."
Don't tell him about the 2
It says 100 gold
I already
pieces
did.
on the poster. He pulls it back and he says, "I've got 100 gold for you guys. You took care of the problem, but you know, if somehow they come back,
Yeah, the
then,
problem comes back.
yeah, we're gonna have a problem."
I would have asked for more gold because of the ogre, but since we did let 2 get away, I'm gonna call it a fair trade with that. All right.
You can honor that.
All right.
He starts pulling out 100 gold pieces, counting up 1, 2, 3. He's very savvy. He's writing a receipt. He gives you a copy of the thing
No, thank you.
for himself.
Each person gets 1
Hands you
gold.
a sack with 100 gold pieces.
Me being me, I would like to try and sneak like what did we say? Let me do the math. It
Each
would be
person
like
would
20.
normally get 20
Yeah, it should be
gold
20
if we
for
split it evenly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try and split it evenly because I'm.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, I have very high. I've got good perception. Can I just watch him?
Me or him? You're standing right next to him. You heard all that with Harbin. 100 gold pieces. He hands
Yeah.
him 100 gold pieces. So you're fully aware. It was on the poster sign. In fact, everybody except for you was there whenever the 100 gold was mentioned in the first place. Actually, Eros technically wasn't. He was in the other room, but he would have known as well. So it's one of those things.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder and just say, "I'll let it slide this once."
Nothing's happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
He's
Jump into the gun.
Yeah, he's just held.
I'm
the
okay
100
with you
gold
punching him in the face, though.
No.
Understand.
Harbin says,
Throw an apple at
Is
him.
there
I'll
anything
only
else
throw one.
for you folks? You've actually helped us out quite
Throw
a
an
bit.
apple at him, try to kill him.
Yeah,
How much would? Oh, sorry.
about the rough ants.
Mhm.
Do you think there's any chance of them coming back?
I don't know. They haven't been seen around town, and there's nobody at the.
Oh, that.
What was the name of that place?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Sleeping Giant. There's nobody at the Sleeping Giant wearing red, except for that cloak you're wearing right now.
Yeah.
I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Someone was asking
But
about
you're the kind of people we'll mention.
I'm watching
By the
your
way,
left
for
feet
this
on my
receipt,
phone.
what should I put? Do you have a party name?
You are.
Yeah.
The Fallen Foxes.
Fallen
yeah.
Foxes.
Oh, okay, that's
Going once, going twice, going.
He puts Fallen Foxes on the receipt that he had actually already handed you, and his own receipt, just so he knows who
Mhm.
he gave it to.
And
Sildar
back,
around
baby.
anywhere?
Do it.
Is Sildar around anywhere?
Oh, he's around here somewhere. I haven't seen him this morning. He might have gotten out before I came.
Do you know who Raz is?
Just interrupting
Yeah,
real
that's my
quick.
best friend.
Can I like pull the
Yeah.
shrunk
Hey,
off
Raz.
my back and like kind of like just like set it on the floor?
Let's see, how am I going to steal money out of
keep
this?
the trophy on the wall?
Says I don't really want anything for a tree trunk. We got plenty of those around.
You want to see how I swing it?
Maybe later outside. He says if that's all, I'm gonna get back to it. Pulls out his with all his receipts.
That's smart.
Yeah, I'm too lazy to do math, so I split it evenly.
At this point,
I'm lazy.
is there anything else we wanted to do?
Uh,
You're still outside. We'll get back to you in just a second.
Was I still waiting on time with me?
Yeah.
Was I still waiting on her to finish up?
She's told you everything she feels comfortable and feels she has the right to tell you. She's mentioned how you
I'd like to
can
go
do
to the
ritual.
forest then.
You like to go into the forest? She's mentioned how you can do the ritual. She's told you that she thinks and believes, thanks to the gods tomorrow, you will run into a bear at some point.
You want to go to the
Well, I'm
forest?
still here in the town hall. I would like to tell Harbin. I was like, well, Harbin, I'm planning on leaving Vandalin here soon, heading up to Neverwinter, go check things out there.
Sure.
I would like to look at Zomros. I was like, are you planning on coming with me?
Yes.
All right.
I'd
Mind.
like to point out Zamaros wasn't paying attention.
All right. Zomros, I'm planning on going to Neverwinter. Are you coming?
Oh, we need to find the mage for the boy.
Well, it's up north, and I'm thinking in a bigger town, there's a higher chance of people actually knowing.
My,
I would like to
my
tell him I
dear,
was like,
you're right.
we're planning on heading out. Mind spreading the word, and at least trying to get it to, the dwarf, drow, and the bard that we're headed over to Neverwinter, so they know in the direction we're headed.
Going to Neverwinter.
If they run in, I guess I'll let them know.
Yeah, or if there's any way you could get it to Lenine, I'm sure she'll see them quite often.
Okay. Oh yeah. I'll tell Sildar at least. I see him
Where are you at
several
this
times
point?
a day.
Thank you, sir.
Huh?
Where are you at this turnaround?
Woods.
The woods? Oh, we can meet him.
Okay, we're gonna jump to Ethos. You headed south towards the woods. Eros. Their names. I don't know why, but I get the names mixed up.
Wait, or no, what they're similar.
It's just the names, man.
It's because we both have bows.
Eros, you.
He actually has my name in his name. Lamaros.
Eros, Morthos.
You head south into the woods. It starts sparse. It starts to populate with trees. As you're heading south, you are at a crouch as if you were hunting. You're searching for something. You're searching for. Light. You're searching for an aspect of creation that you can create a bond with. Something that you've lost. You're looking for a friendship.
He's getting deep with this.
Yes. You're looking for a way to maybe honor, someone.
Your family.
You're looking for a way to create a bond that would be worthy of songs, that would be worthy of remembrance.
Oh shit.
This is
Ew.
serious.
This is
As you
straight up.
head out into the woods, you open your mind. You're familiar with magic. You know how to use it. You allow that thought and the consciousness of magic to flow through you. You have your bow out, not drawn, but you have an arrow at the end. A blue aura just kind of is just floating around you. It's just there. You're not creating it. It's just you allowing your mind to open and the magic to imbue you. As you walk, you've been out an hour. You've been out 2 hours. You've been out 3 hours. Walking through the woods, you're reaching out, admiring the trees, reminding yourself about your childhood, some of these great, majestic forests you've been in throughout your life. You're struggling with some memories, and you're also enjoying some memories. At this point, you smell a musky, somewhat dirty smell.
It's me. I was following him the whole time.
She walks behind you, about to take a shower.
He's like, does a bear shit in
It's
the
like
woods?
yeah, a musky, dirty smell. It smells like mud and sweat. you head towards it.
It's me.
Another hour, as we've been in the woods for 4 hours. You see.
Obviously not what I'm looking for because they don't sweat.
Yeah.
Why me?
He looks so happy.
Yeah, he does. As you head towards the smell, you see in front of you, in the distance, with your dark vision, as the foliage has gotten foliage. Thank you. Has gotten so thick it's created darkness around you. It's almost like a tunnel. It's just pointing you towards this area, and as you get closer, you see gray and you see white. You can't tell because the trees and the branches make it harder. You get closer and closer. Roll a survival check for me. I'm looking for you to beat a 15.
Camera. We want to see you fail.
10.
10?
Wait,
Plus
what's your
survival? You're proficient in survival, if I remember.
Yeah.
That's going to be wisdom too.
4.
Okay.
Do I
As you
get
get closer,
a boost because of the
you
forest?
continue and
You
keep
also have
walking,
luck on
walking
your
closer.
side.
Oh, that's true, because you've been in there for over an hour. That's a good point. Thank you for that.
I do got luck too. I do have that luck.
Which you can use on you can re-roll and then choose your roll if you'd like. You gonna use one?
Well, does that forest give me a boost?
I want to say because it's your favorite terrain, you're gonna figure out what I want you to.
Let's go with that. I'm gonna say my luck.
Yeah.
Good call though. Good call.
Yeah. Good job. Good remembering. You
Wait.
get closer and closer. It seems as if the trees, instead of standing in your way, they're now curving out, kind of like a bow. They have roots here, and they curve out and create a little bit of a tunnel. You feel this sort of ancestral spirit, this magic we've been talking about, this blue aura, creating a tunnel through these trees. As you step forward, you take 3 or 4 more steps, you see on the ground a wolf laying on its side, not breathing. It's just sitting there on its side. It's gray and white. A very common looking wolf with no breath in its lungs. It's all in dark vision.
Has no breath to it.
No breath. No visible breathing. You can tell from your experience in the forest that this is a dead end. But there's something. There's magic in here.
I would like to touch it with cure wounds.
Okay.
See what happens.
You're gonna cast Cure Wounds. Go ahead and roll health points on that.
Wait, you're gonna. Wait, what did he find?
I'm gonna try.
He's going to.
We'll tell you about it later.
1.
Okay. You reach down. That blue aura that's been following you and going in front of you and around you channels through your arm as you place your hand on the
I'm
wolf's
just
side.
not doing well right now.
You feel a little bit of a. The ribs raise. They don't go down. You hold your hand on the animal's ribs.
I'll use another spell slot for cure wounds again.
Okay. Sure. Roll it
You're
again.
wasting it on a plain wolf, and you could find something better.
Roll it again.
I feel like
Let me see it.
I'm a rest before I need to do it again.
Let him have his
6.
Okay. The blue energy that's starting to materialize closer to your shoulder and your arm rolls down, puts that 1 health point. You felt that breath up. Then you utter another spell for Cure Wounds, and the energy courses and shoots through you aggressively, kind of like an arrow when you cast Hunter's Mark, and that blue
It's kind of
flies
like
with the arrow.
it's kind of like
Yes. It zooms down your arms, pushes the ribs down because they've been stuck up, and then the animal's breathing. It jumps up really quick, looks at you. What would you like to do?
go like this to make sure. No, I'm joking.
One of the trees just smacks you across the face.
Oh, I still have that bread. I would like to try to feed it.
Okay. And it stands up, looks at you really quickly. You look into its eyes, notice its eyes are blue. You pull out the loaf of bread.
It's fantastic.
And in your head, you hear this magic. It's talking to you in the elvish tongue of your ancestors, and you hear him say, "Give it your blood."
Okay.
Oh.
Incredible. I pull out my.
I pull out my knife.
You have short
Use-
swords.
I do it.
You could use
Anyway,
an
I'll pull
arrow.
out. Yeah, I was about to say I want to pull out an arrow and just cut my hand.
Okay, can you roll 1d8 for me?
Are you gonna take damage from it?
Yeah, I'm gonna take damage.
8 damage, cuts a vein.
Oh my god!
What did you get?
You got 8.
Really?
You got
Oh my god. Okay.
He's like, oh dang!
God!
He's like,
Just break down.
Stick to the vein!
The wolf is suddenly red.
He hears a cracking and he's like, ugh!
This wolf better turn red with blue eyes.
You place the arrow onto your palm. As you push it into your palm,
You know, out of battle, I'm perfectly. I don't take damage at all, but like,
He's in the forest and he's like,
in battle, I'm perfectly fine. Out of battle, I take the most damage.
the blue energy goes around the arrowhead, similar to when you cast Hunter's Mark, and you carry that energy towards your opponent. As you put it against your palm,
I don't know my strength.
you push it in, you get a little bit of blood, and then you just kind of grit your teeth and just punch it all the way through your hand to the other side. Drenching in blood, you pull the arrow through the other side, the fletching is covered in blood, you're just committed to it. You wipe the arrowhead on the back of your hand where the blood is pouring forth, and then you lean it forward to the animal, who then licks it off the arrowhead.
Well,
As
I rolled an 8. He had to make
Wait.
it as brutal as possible.
As it's licking the arrowhead, can you roll 1d8 for me?
another?
Get a 1.
Four.
that's not
As it's
bad.
licking the arrowhead, it cuts its tongue again, cuts its tongue a third time. As that's happening, you see its blood continue to mingle with the blood on the arrowhead. The blue energy that you've been seeing around you starts to cover the wolf. It starts to just emanate around the two of you now. At this point, the animal will need a name. Your ancestor in your head through the magic says
Spencer.
a name.
Adonis.
Dog meat.
One more time.
Adonis.
A-R?
Adonis.
You should have the name already.
Like Adonis?
I do?
It's 2 R's with an
You
accent
know what
mark.
it is. You said I was looking for a friendship.
I do have that name. It's not usually accessible.
That's a nice binder.
Oh, Adonis. That's it.
Thank you.
How about that positive
I
reinforcement?
just figured. You said I was looking for a friendship. There it is.
I like it.
Incredible.
You utter the word in Elvish.
So what of a gray
sadness.
wolf? Blue eyes.
The
Incredible.
wolf tongue comes out. It's healed. But it's ready to follow you. Tell him back.
And then he eats
That's so
It's
Yeah,
been 4 hours in the woods. I can say you head back. You get back within 30 minutes. You haven't been out far. You've been zigzagging. You just didn't realize that you were following the utterance of your ancestors and of the magic that was coursing through you. You get back to town, guys. Is there anything else you had planned on doing? Two of us had mentioned
So
heading
it's
out.
been like 4 hours.
It's
Is that
been
like me and like
You're done. Whatever you're doing.
now?
You and Jalak, I'm giving you the opportunity now to do what you want. Tell me what you're planning on doing.
Well,
I was thinking if I could find that bear. That was
yeah, we're gonna go to the forest, but
Okay. Are you guys heading north, east, south, or west?
wherever that bear's like.
wherever that bear's at, south. So
South.
that we
Okay,
can
so you're
run
heading into
ahead.
the woods towards where Eros was.
Yeah.
I would like to wait till we for them to come back.
Okay.
Sorry.
You guys head south. Roll amethyst. Roll a survival check with advantage as Jalak is helping.
Oh, and Micah, I'm proficient in survival.
Okay.
How?
Just I'm proficient.
One more.
Plus.
One more.
Oh, plus
You get to roll again.
Use your.
Let me find this one. Down 6 again.
That's
Okay.
a 9. That was
You
a
got
9.
your inspiration
Oh, that's
die.
a 9.
Wanna
That's
use-
a 9.
Do
You
it.
can use your inspiration die before I call it.
Do it. It's a 5. So it's a
5, so that's 14 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that with your modifiers?
Yeah.
My modifier is 2.
Plus 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say by sheer luck, as you guys are, yes, you are knowledgeable because you've been in the woods before. You're not experts, but you do have the required knowledge to be able to tell certain things. You guys head out in the woods, and you see there's been a big animal that's come through. Oddly enough, you don't see any fur on any trees or anything. You can just tell something's pushed its way through trees, and it's just kind of heading in a certain direction. You do see a feather here and there.
Can I inspect the feather?
You may inspect the feather. Now you may roll a survival check for me, Jonah, to see if you recognize this.
Are they going into the same woods I was in?
They're in the same area.
Yeah.
They're probably down there at the 2-hour mark. You're still searching.
It was a 4.
4? Okay.
Would I be able to see them walk in since I haven't really left?
I thought you were with.
I would say you're not aware that they head out of town.
Yeah, I thought you were with Morthos.
Yeah,
In fact, nobody knows that Eros even really left. You guys saw him head out. You don't really know where he
I walked out of the tavern while you guys were
Yeah, exactly. And you guys don't really know where Morthos and Zamaros are at this
doing
point.
that.
So we're technically in 3 different groups at this time.
Well, I was with them when we talked about going into the woods.
Were you?
Yeah, he was there when
Oh,
they
that's right,
decided
with-
to leave.
Oh yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you would know that they went into the woods.
But I don't know where they are.
Yeah, they're either west or south, as those are where the trees are.
Darn, 1 and 2
Or they went super far north, which is possible, I suppose. With that, Jonah, you can't tell what type of feather it is, but you know it's a feather.
Great.
Wow, look at this feather.
It's a feather of some type.
And there's clearly a path where this animal's been going.
Is there anything that I can look for, like traps or anything?
Roll investigation for me.
You see a man with a green ink.
Juicy wooden planks.
No luck.
Intelligence.
No. 4 plus 3.
4 plus 3?
Yeah.
Okay. You can tell that it's gone a direction. You can tell where it's gone. You don't know anything more than that.
Let's
It's
just follow
headed
him.
farther south.
I'd like to head more south then.
Okay. You guys are going to follow the path?
Uh-huh.
Okay, while that's happening, are you guys planning on anything? You two?
I would like to chill kind of right at the edge of Vandalin, where you have the choice of going north or what is it, the east or was it west or whatever, and then north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to head to the top of town where the Tribord Trail meets
Yep.
the trailhead into town. Understood. Just hang out there?
Yep. Wait to see if any of them come this direction.
Okay. How long would you like to wait? Just so I know.
But what time is it right now?
It's about, at this point, it's about,
Probably like 2 or 3.
yeah, I'd say it's about 3.
I'll go ahead and wait till it.
Because
It's
it's
actually,
at
well,
9.
no, that's not true at all. It's probably about 11:30 noon, actually, because we got up at 8.
Maybe nice. I'll say I'll wait till the sun just starts going down before I decide to do anything else.
You want to express that to Zamaros? Just make sure you're with me.
Are you still with me, or did you walk away?
I'm still with you. I just decided not to leave town yet. To wait for
Alright.
them.
Well, I mean, I'm not leaving town either. Would like to wait here to see if they come this direction, and if it gets close to nightfall and they're not
Michael,
coming, then I would like
Can I
to
give
go
another
ahead and head
inspiration to him?
You
Well,
can.
Amethyst and Jaluk are in the woods. Edos headed out when we were in the tavern. Would you like to try and find Amethyst and Jaluk?
They'll find their way. Jalak wants to go north, I wants to go north, so I figure we'll run into each other.
That's great.
Huh? Get out of here.
If you want to go look for them, don't feel
I
like
got a
you're
lot of
trapped
monsters
here
with
with
me.
me.
Don't you worry.
I always feel trapped.
I'm gonna unload a bunch of monsters on you.
There's about to be
So
like
if
a
I
map.
tried, would I be able to find them if I went into the woods?
No.
You could try.
Them survival checks count.
Yeah.
There's the
To pick up on the trail.
butterfly.
I will say, if you,
My survival was
you know,
plus
if you knew
4.
where to head, you'd probably be able to see the same trailhead there. So, am I right to assume Jalak and Amethyst, you guys are following that trail?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say that, Eros, after you finish this intimate moment you had with this dog,
Oh, weird.
your dog, Saronis, is that proper pronunciation? Saronis.
Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist.
Incredible. You know what? I like that name much better. Let's go with that.
You still
Dude,
feel
that's if I give it an
the-
animal.
You still feel the magic from your ancestors in the air, and it's not telling you to head back to town. It's telling you to head further into the forest.
No, let's follow that.
Okay.
I can break your teeth.
Follow. Actually, do what?
I kind of drank your tea up.
That's fine. That's it somewhere. I'm going to go looking.
I kind of want to go looking.
Sure. Why don't you tell your friend who you've been hanging out in North part of town with?
I've got a bad feeling.
I'm just ready to kill a
But
bear.
if it gets late and we still haven't found them, I am leaving town, and I'll go with them.
I'm ready to maul a bear
I would like to
with
shake
my
his
hand.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. Now leave that to you.
I'm
It was
sorry.
such a strange.
I've heard a story about an apple. I'm kind of stressed out.
Hey,
It was all.
Alec is influenced by gold.
Where you heading? He's already said yes. You're not over there. You're hunting.
He's got gold head.
Okay.
Messed
I
up.
have 100 gold on me right now because I haven't been around you guys.
Which
to
way
get
do
to
you want? Do you guys want to go?
Well, we already know they're heading up north where he was going.
I'll cut off for gold right now.
So I'd like to.
Can't trust
Okay.
anyone, especially
Those woods.
tiefling rogues.
Oh yeah, those are the worst.
So,
You head south.
I was wrong.
Please remember this right. He starts heading south. You guys are heading together. You go through town center. You see Durell is no longer kneeling at the altar. She's no longer there. Shrine actually. You guys head south. You just kind of walk into the woods. You go out and you just look.
yeah, you're right. Because he was talking about going north to the winter place, and I was just like, this would go there. Yeah, so I'd like to go.
Okay. You head into the trees. You see a tree line, and then you see essentially a trailhead, or so you think. You walk towards it. Actually, yeah,
18.
and you see somewhere where an animal is pushed through the trees and is heading
That's the
somewhere.
goal. Is just don't even think about
I
it.
would like
Do it
to
wherever you want.
investigate to see what type of animal it was. Make sure it was nothing hostile.
Okay. Roll investigation for me. Roll survival check.
It was another 18.
Wait, is it advantage?
No, just
Yeah, because I'm rolling for
you're
something
looking at
different than you.
things.
Oh.
Survival.
And I'm rolling
8.
survival?
No, you're rolling investigation.
Why am I rolling investigation?
Because you're
He's the
looking
one that
at
asked.
I'm
This
doing
is
this right.
different. He's trying to find out what animal. So he's looking into his history to see if he's ever run into something like this. You're looking for more clues, essentially.
I got, and this is wisdom?
That's a good question. Intelligence, actually.
Intelligence. I got a 14.
We have one more
Okay.
space for you.
And Morthos?
I got an 8.
Okay, that's fine. That sucks. You're a city boy. You don't really, you're like,
True.
this is a big animal. I'm not sure what. Maybe you've seen something this big in a circus or traveling through
You
town.
know, I'm gonna turn to him. You know what this
Picture
reminds me
Nicolas
of?
Cage.
We had a druid.
Here's a
I
Nicolas
could turn
Cage
into a
going,
wombat.
"Put that
Or, no, not even like the proper animal.
Wombat.
Yeah. Like I mean, it was a giant.
I would,
It was a
like to just
giant
look at him like.
wombat.
I would like to just look at
Who's
him like.
watching? I even got 3 people watching.
Nice.
Anyways, so what does that 14 get me? Probably nothing.
That 14 gets you a feather. Now roll a survival check.
Oh, well.
You can
Well,
subscribe to
lucky
me
me.
too.
I thought I had to have. Have I not?
14 plus
Yeah.
wisdom?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, so 18.
So
Okay. You're familiar
I have
because
a
you've
weird
seen
spine.
matches.
I am not
You've seen matches where people have
Check later.
been again pitted against this
I'll
animal.
do it later.
You can tell as you've
Never
actually
do.
fought one yourself in the arena.
It's like, oh yeah, man.
This is an owl.
Yeah, man. We'll meet up later.
They're a little rare. You're kind of surprised. You've only seen a handful of them, and you've traveled the circuit. You've seen it all. You've fought it all. And you're surprised by this. You turn to your friend. You say,
yeah.
This is dangerous.
Is it the wombat?
That's true.
How do you function?
Usually
It
it's by
isn't-
picking people's locks and stealing their money and walking away.
That makes a lot of sense. It's an owl bear. I've fought.
Wait. Is it an owl or a bear?
It's both. It
It's
is
an owl bear.
It's an owl bear.
It's a bear with
Wait,
wings.
so can it fly?
No.
And a
No.
twistable neck.
No.
Then why the heck is it called an owl?
You'll see. Anyways, it is
Man bear pig.
very. Shut up. It's very dangerous. I've fought many in the arena growing up. It was a good decision to head out this
did
direction.
you fight the owl or did you fight the bear?
I would like to walk away at this point.
Okay. Are you heading down the path or are you going back to town?
I would like to head down the path towards the owl den.
Okay. You head down. Are you following Morthos?
Yes.
Okay. At this
Now
point,
with my bow out and an arrow ready, and I would like to be just dumbly looking at the trees, looking for an owl.
I love that. Okay.
She's like,
What's your passive perception, Jalak and Amethyst?
Perception.
Perception.
Passive perception. So
Passive.
it's 10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh,
14.
Okay.
mine's plus 3 for
13?
plus.
And I'm
Plus two.
proficient in perception.
Okay.
12.
That doesn't affect your passive. That affects your rolls for perception.
Well,
So
okay.
you're at 14. You're at 12. Cool. Eros, as you follow this magical lead, you stumble upon a forceful path. These woods are very thin and they're very tightly compact. It's not a place a big animal would normally travel, but for some reason you can tell an animal has been traveling down this path. As you stumble on it, the magic that's still there, still there but very faintly, tells you to wait. What would you like to do?
It tells me to wait.
It's saying something is coming. You should wait for it. And you hear it in the voice of a very nondescript elvish voice in the back of your head.
Go.
Can I climb a tree?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll
Whatever you
an
want,
athletics check for me.
Gets a 1, gets halfway up, falls, dies.
Please stop.
Oh,
You're the one that's jinxing me. You're the one who got the 8
You're gonna
on my...
roll a 1.
Yes. Yes.
What?
Plus,
You said athletics?
yes sir, strength.
2.
Okay, so okay. These trees are pretty thin, as I mentioned just a second ago. You try to shimmy up one. The thin branch that you were grabbing on breaks, and you fall to your ass.
Hey, this is
no
the
damage,
second
but
time
do
that you
fall.
failed climbing a tree.
At least you didn't get damage.
Aren't you supposed to be a woodland boy?
I would like to hide behind a tree.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Please get one. Please get one.
Please be a repeat of that one time.
Dang.
Wow, that's
12
good.
stealth
Just like laying on the ground behind the trees, not like
dexterity
standing.
modifier.
I'll just
That's really
imagine
high for you. It's like a 4.
5.
Yeah, so
Dun, dun.
17. You
Jesus,
get behind a
sapling.
clump of trees rather than just choosing one thin tree. You find a clump that are tightly compact, hide behind it. At this point, about
I
5-10
like to
minutes
hide
later,
like an owl.
walking past, you see Jalak and Amethyst heading down this path. They're kind of at a crouch, looking around, just following this very apparent path created by a large animal.
Okay.
I do have my great divine out.
I am hearing you twice, so...
As I'm walking
oh,
up,
that's the
I have my
I have the
rapiers.
live feed going on.
Oh, funny.
as I'm walking up, I
How's it going?
turn to Jalak and be like, I appreciate you coming with this journey with me and everything else as we sneak it across. You know,
I can
we
hear
hear.
this,
I'm looking forward to killing this
You know.
bear.
You guys don't know if it's a bear yet.
Yeah.
So you have reason to believe.
But if it is a bear, but I turn to him and be like, when we do this encounter of this bear, you can help out a little bit, but I think it's my quest
agree.
to do it all myself and everything. And but if I do need help, I will turn to you.
I
And
certainly wouldn't let you die.
yes, I appreciate that.
She's screaming for who's playing his banjo.
Okay.
I'm giving you inspiration for your dad.
You guys are not aware. You don't see anybody on this leg of the path. You are aware of them. You hear some of the conversation. You have an opportunity to do something if you'd like. Otherwise, they'll walk past.
Well, can I do investigation for the path of the bear? Not for him, but just for the bear tracks, just in case if I lost track.
You cannot. I would say it's not necessary. It's a very apparent. Trees are
Okay,
moved out of the way.
so I can still see him.
It's a very easy
Okay.
path to follow. Yeah.
Well, that's what I meant. Okay.
I felt that. I was like,
Okay.
we're
And as you
having
have no way of
No, I've got
knowing that a
legs.
human or a human
Well,
would be
yeah,
nearby,
yeah.
I won't expect you to roll for him.
Okay.
That's why I asked for you.
Well, it's not for him. It's for the bear.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking.
Okay.
He rolled
I was
past your
explaining
stealth.
myself, I guess.
All right.
You guys just see like an imprint in the ground.
I guess
from
we
where
just.
he
I guess we just like to continue on forward to where the tracks are. Then.
Stands to reason.
I'm gonna write down the stats from the move.
Okay, don't do it right now. Tell me if you're gonna do anything with them.
I'll follow.
Okay. Okay.
Like, are you gonna,
How far back are you gonna wait?
Let's go about 5 paces.
Okay. Roll another stealth check.
would you like to speed up?
18.
Ooh,
pretty
okay.
good.
Well, then
Okay,
we won't even
yeah,
know.
he steps out behind you guys. You have no way of knowing it, but he's only about 5 paces
Yeah.
behind you. So,
I'm
as you
sorry,
guys head
I was
forward-
gonna make it like where
Uh,
you're like can hear me coming up on you, but apparently not.
But maybe me and Jalal were just like, I would think, kind of talking. So
Yeah, you're just
So
like-
how do you like your
Yeah.
meat cook?
Well,
Medium
I
rare?
would say that after about 40, 50 paces, you guys sense that there's someone behind you. You turn around and Eros is standing there.
like I grab my Great Divine and I'm just like
Yeah.
lightly charged, and then I noticed it was you.
I want to turn around with the arrow too, like just like, what are you looking at?
I turn around and I punch him in the face.
I'm 5
Roll
paces
for
behind.
damage.
I'm 5 paces behind.
Yeah.
So you punch the air. I'm all like,
I'm like,
And then you guys turn back,
yeah, and then
and at that point, I'm
when
gonna
they turn
take.
around, can we be caught up and just be like,
At that point, you turn around and you see kind of. I'll say you guys were at a little bit of a gentle jog. You guys were kind
I
of.
would like him to be going fine and me just like tripping over like a branch and just be like, stupid trees, stupid owls, stupid
You're
bear.
kind of running like a gentle jog because you guys know, someone's down here, probably your friend. You're running to catch up. You're panting excessively as you got this giant tree trunk still on your back.
oh, I forgot I was gonna leave that.
You can
Sorry.
decide to now. You're like, and then Roland is running like half tripping, but they're catching up, like they're there.
I was gonna
And so
do-
as you turn around, they're right there. You can see them about 100 yards down the road. You're like, that looks like a tiefling. That's our buddy, and that's a giant.
I turn
I was
to
I want to say like,
big
tiefling.
club back at the place with the guy.
I wish you'd said that because I couldn't help it.
I'm sorry.
At this point, yeah, you still got it, but you can leave it.
I'd like to turn to Eros.
You just pick it up, you just see him, you're like, forget this, just chuck it into the tree. This gets like, a yard into the trees because there's so many of them. So. Hits the ground. Yeah. Okay, you guys have all gathered together, you've all met up.
Can I do a perception check to make sure I know which trunk that was? Just for fun.
You don't need
I want to do it for fun.
to. Okay, go for it.
18.
Yeah,
You know-
you can tell he just was carrying this giant ogre trunk that had a nice polished handle just throughout.
Oh, it had a nice hands.
Not
no,
nice.
we
It
would
was just
say
it was
that.
polished by the hands of an ogre holding it all the time.
I would like to get there and be like, guys, there's an owl, a dangerous owl.
I would like to put my hand over his face to tell him to shut up and say it is an owl bear. I fought many in the arenas growing.
Hold up. I want to hear more about this owl.
Okay.
What do you got?
I would
So
like to
apparently
throw- I would
there's
like
a
to throw
giant-
Morthos at Eros.
Understand that we'll kill you in
Seriously?
response.
Are you
though.
seriously trying to throw it?
No.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm just making sure because I'll have you roll for that.
Yeah, and I will
Roll
retaliate.
for
Just
this.
heads up.
Absolutely, yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, do I get
giant
to roll
owl.
for this health? Or
Uh,
is that what you're rolling the D8 for?
no, that's not what I was rolling the d8 for. We'll figure that out.
Okay.
He'll start with whatever's listed there, and then when he levels up, then you'll be rolling.
I'd like to interrupt everybody. Like, it's great to see you guys, but what are you guys doing here?
Following a bird, owl that has no wings apparently,
It's an owl bear. It's
and apparently
very
there might be a bear.
Morthos, shut up.
well, we're following
very-
this track because
The track
it's
is left
obviously
by
made by a large animal.
yeah, that large animal is called an owl bear. It is a
Yeah.
pretty rare creature to come across in woods such as these.
How have you come to this conclusion, my friend?
I would like to just show him the feather.
And then
That
who
looks
had a
like an
feather?
owl.
And then Jalak pulled out. You had a feather too. Jalak's like, oh yeah, I got one too.
Interesting. We
Mine's
both have
bigger.
these feathers.
Yeah,
Mine's
but I'm.
bigger.
I'd like to respond with.
I don't want to compare, but then
I'd like to just respond with. I fought many of these creatures growing up as
You
a
fought
child.
one.
I fought one. Oh, I fought one of them growing up as a child. It's fairly dangerous.
And just for your benefit, your memory of that fight was 3-on-1. 3 humanoids
Okay.
versus one of these bears. So you remember them as fierce. and-
One little me versus
Yeah,
one.
yeah. And they are rare. It was a big deal. It was a headlining fight essentially.
There was 3 of us, and we almost did not win the match.
well, Amethyst has already stated that she feels very strongly that she must win this by herself.
I wish you luck, my friend. Can I call you friend? I'm gonna call you friend.
Guys,
The
I
best we
just
can
had
do.
a thought.
I
And I think the owl and the bear might be the same person.
Or they teamed up together.
I would like to start a slow clap.
I like my idea better.
Go ahead, that's what you're saying?
You can't just start a slow clap. You have to know when the time is right.
All right. This is no. This is not the movie with the airport. No.
Not
another team.
But I'd like to.
Best part is the cake.
I say if you guys come along with me, I don't mind you guys coming along, but I
will
must
not interfere.
do this for my quest for this as well. And if more of those would like to come along, I will pay you for this.
I'm now joining in the search of the owl and the bear.
I would like to throw my arm over
And
my chest.
And my eye.
I turned to him. I said, "We will look for the treasure city for you as well, as soon as this is over." So,
I'll make sure you get that mace, buddy.
all right. I'd like to continue on.
Okay,
forward.
can I get a marching order? Who's gonna
Me
lead?
first.
Amethyst in the front.
I'll go second.
Okay, is your lock.
Talent.
Okay, tail end. Zamaros and Eros in the middle.
Sound good?
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay. I would like.
Wolf is acid perception.
Oh, and Drazus
13.
is with me.
Yes, Travis is with you. Eros, can you roll a survival check with advantage, as we've been in the woods for quite a while?
11.
With advantage, you get to roll it twice, so the higher roll. Okay, 11.
11.
Is this the case when I get advantage in mountains or mountainous regions?
No. He's a ranger. He gets favored terrain, which is just better at hunting and essentially kind of things like that. You get the ability to not be affected by extreme cold and high altitude.
That's +4, right? Wisdom, right?
Yes.
So 15.
Okay, 15. As you stumble on the path and they begin to talk, you look around and you can tell that there's not just an owlbear that's been this way, there's also human tracks. Humanoid, I should say. You see a set of roughshod, kind of armored boots, as well as softer moccasin, either moccasin and or leather.
Leather boots.
Yeah, leather, something. And you see it heading in the same direction that this path has been leading you at.
Do I know how old?
Yes, you do know how old. You can tell that not only this owlbear that's pushed through, but these other tracks are all less than an hour. It's very fresh. You can smell the rubbed bark and the tree branches broken. It all smells fresh and looks fresh.
That smells good.
And you're noticing all this while they're having a little conversation about the owl and the bear and Amethyst saying, let's get onward. And you've noticed all that.
Guys, I don't know about the owl, but I feel like there's a bear that's been here.
Can I give an inspiration to Eros?
You can. How many more
We
inspirations do you
about
have?
to go kill the bear.
That's your third. I think you only have 3 more, and they only last for a certain amount of time.
Can I
Good.
explain to him what the owl bear is?
Never mind.
Yes.
I take it back.
You paint
Inspiration.
you paint a picture of. I don't want to show.
I'm sorry.
You paint a picture
I
of
wish you the best.
a furred,
Best of luck.
large in size, as in 10-foot radius, but not 10-foot radius, but that much control on a map. Anyways, a large bear-like thing, but with more muscle in the shoulders, the eyes of an owl, as well as that facial structure, the kind of flat plate-looking face with feathers that sprout there. So the fact that you found feathers surprises you a little bit, as these animals don't have much feathers. They're mostly fur. Yeah. And large talons. They have 3-inch talons on their paws. They're very aggressive warriors. They're known for.
He's about to kill us.
They're known with their sight and smell. The smell of a dog, but the sight of an owl. They have just great senses. They're mighty hunters. And they have a beak. They have a beak, which is really piercing and has an ability to get through chainmail and crunch plate with the strength of a grizzly bear. Don't look over my screen.
Sorry, Dad. Jeez.
By him finally explaining, I'm going to say that I finally understand what an owlbear is.
Yes,
And
Zamaros explains that to you
Yeah.
guys.
I would like to, now traverse more stealthily. 12 plus 7.
Okay, is anybody else stealthing?
Yeah, I'm gonna stealth it.
Do
That
I
took me a
have to
long
roll
time to
again, or do I keep that same stuff?
You would roll again as you guys are traveling forward.
Can I stealth it?
Yeah, go for
6.
12 plus.
I've been rolling really
Amethyst,
low.
are you gonna stealth?
Sure.
Okay, go for it.
I got 17.
Suck it.
11.
What'd you get?
19.
Nice.
And then stealth is under
I'm still good.
dexterity, right?
Fine. Hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got 11.
So
Okay.
I've come to realize giant stealthing doesn't work. I got a 7.
Yeah, so
You guys head down the path, attempting to stealth, but you're moving at a pace that doesn't necessarily create stealth. You're moving rather fast. Amethyst, you feel it coming. It's close. It's about to happen, and then you feel this spiritual gumption to move fast. So you guys are heading. You see Amethyst at like a soft jog, similar to the one you guys were taking, and you guys just match her. You follow. As you continue forward, I'll say 10 minutes later, you see an arrow left on the ground with a little bit of blood in it. 15, 20 minutes later, you see, go.
I would like to check the arrow.
Okay.
Pick it up and-
As you're running past, you just take a second to check the arrow, roll investigation for me right quick.
Oh, when I stuck the arrow through my hand, did I lose a hair?
I just
No, you can take that one.
7.
Bloody arrow.
Bloody.
7.
7? Okay. You're running by, you pick the arrow up. It looks roughly done, like it wasn't done by Fletcher, but by someone on the road.
Mhm.
But it would fly true. Nothing super special about it, except for it's got a little bit of red on it.
I'll keep it.
You got red on you.
I'm not gonna put it in my quiver, but I want to put it this
Okay.
like in my pouch.
Another 15 minutes, and you see a tree, rather than being bent out of the way, completely pushed down with claw marks on it. Another 10 minutes, and your guys' dogs, the wolf and
Hunting party, that's what it was.
and your hound start to catch on to something, and they start barking. Bark, 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 bark.
Can it be an Irish wolfhound?
It's brown
He said,
and tan.
Brown and tan, that would work. An Irish wolfhound is of tan color and scruffy
What?
hair.
In my mind, I was.
in my mind, I hold up passion
No.
and I see
It's
it
not.
for the
You,
boys.
you have no way of knowing what animal it is. If
My
you're not
bruising
familiar with
daddy
this,
body
this
watches
area.
up upon the shoe.
But there's a specific place it's from. I'll let you know that. I don't get to know that. You get to know it's from a specific place. You don't get to know where that specific place is. Maybe it was in
Robots,
Darren's travels. I don't know. You tell me.
What is Irish?
Good point.
Shut up.
Anyways, you guys continue forward. The dogs are barking. Are you gonna let them go?
No, I would like to silence them very,
Okay.
very.
You look over at Vito's, roll an animal handling check.
Come on, why are you doing this to me?
Quiet him. And actually, Eros, I'd like you to do the same thing.
I was about to say, can I communicate with him and ask him, or
I was gonna do that same thing.
kind
we
of, kind of
survival?
sense what he's sensing?
You can tell he's on the trail of the
Oh,
owlbear.
that was pretty good.
Earlier I saw
So-
boots.
11.
That blood on the arrow
Trail.
is what?
I believe there's a hunting party
11?
after this.
You
Yeah,
can,
not sure about the
overhearing what he's saying about what his wolf is catching on, you can tell that it's your dog.
I would like to also, just kind of point
And
out
you
the
can
arrow
quiet.
that was on the ground.
12.
Okay. You're able to quiet your animal pretty easily. You grab her by the scruff of the neck, but not like an aggressive manner, but like a nice, kind of like a, almost like the scratch of the back of the head. It's like a grab and a little scrub, and she. What would you like your animal to be, a male or a female? I'll let you call it. I haven't thought about it.
Females are vicious, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
They're like protective
Oh, I
over
wish I had
things.
that coin.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go tell us female.
Whoa!
Whoa, it's heads!
It's,
Wait, yeah, it's heads.
It's not flat. Well, looks like
Wanna
I
go
gotta
Male?
redo it.
His head's male?
Alright, two say male.
Yep. Okay. He notices the touch and realizes you want him to be a little bit quieter. And at this point, you hear like I don't know how to make piano. I don't know what sound an owlbear would make, so I'm kind of envisioning myself. It's like almost like a bit of a roar, but it's done in a chirping fashion. It's like "Arr, arr, arr," not like a "Rah," but more
That
like
sounds like a raging drum. to me.
like an up and a down in tone. So it's like "Rah, rah, rah," and you just hear that very loud sound right in front of you. Amethyst, can you roll a perception check for me, please?
My dog's a female.
That was good.
You don't think it's true, that
11
was chosen by someone else.
plus 2.
Okay, 13. You see in front of you a clearing, a rock face, and you see an owlbear surrounded by humanoids, with its back against a cliff face, essentially. Can you grab Let me draw this out for you guys.
I see
Humanoids.
11. Wow.
What are the humanoids bad or are they good?
We'll find out. We shall see.
This is the rock face. Okay, it's pretty basic. It's just like almost like straight up, no caves, no nothing. But it's a clearing. You've got trees all along this outer rim here.
He's
This
committed,
is-
because that's a permanent marker.
You scared me. Yeah.
This is forever.
He's committed because it's a permanent marker.
He had to look at it.
You see
There's a-
the clearing of the path. You see an owlbear.
You see, wooden planks. This will be my cut.
Back against the wall, and you see several
It can be salty.
humanoids
It can be the penalty
wearing
flavor.
with crossbows. I'll say you see 2 of them with crossbows, and you see the owlbear has a net over one of its shoulders.
Upon hearing the rally
Does
crowd-
it count as an encounter
That's huge.
as right now, or
We haven't initiated anything.
You've
Okay.
just seen this.
okay?
So I'm going to kind of do this. So you guys are a little bit farther back.
Before we get into fight, possibly.
Jalak, you look awesome.
So
I even made a
this
figure
is
for
all
it.
thick
Yeah.
brush or like thick tree line,
It's,
right?
it's that type of thick tree that's
So-
it's hard to move through. It will be considered difficult terrain, but you can move through it.
All right, so I left now before we got into the fight. Would I be able to, since I rolled my knife and I
Mhm.
sneak, could I possibly like sneak over here just to get a better?
I'll say Amethyst is the first person to notice this. Amethyst, do you
I'm
want to
doing
react?
this off of hearing the sound of the
Oh.
bear
That's
trying
true.
to get ahead.
That's true.
Yeah, I'd like to try to like stop the humanoid people.
Okay. So are you charging in? I just want to
Yeah,
get an idea. of
Yeah,
what's
I'd like
okay.
to charge in.
Okay. So Amethyst is going to charge in at this point. Morthos, we can start you. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're using that for him. I don't know where you want me to start.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say you get to about here.
I was
Alright.
never given my token today, so.
Wednesday, man. Just kidding.
You can be the racer if you don't want to be a team.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything specific they want to do whenever they start to hear the roarish chirp?
Because it's close, right? And we're
You
just.
can see. You can see
Oh,
this.
I'm
owlbear.
seeing it. Okay.
Yeah, and at this point, as everybody sees you start to you're like, just take a couple breaths real quick. They come up on you, and they also see what you see. These 2 humanoids and the owlbear.
Are you supposed to kill it?
Oh, she didn't say you had to kill it.
Yeah.
She just said you could have a positive. You could save
What do you
it.
guys want to do?
Can I try to talk to the people with the arrows?
Sure. Once, is there a specific?
I'd like to like yell out like a roar myself, like just to like
Intimidation.
distract him.
Okay.
Let's
What
try
I'm,
and-
what
try
I'm
and
essentially
save
what
the
this
bear.
is
Yeah.
they're very focused on the owlbear in front of them. They don't know they're being followed because they've been on the hunt.
Yeah.
So what you're getting now is essentially a surprise round, so to speak. But
Ooh.
rather than getting to actually attack, you're getting to place your character. So you've got some movement. You can move forward next to Amethyst as you guys charge forward. You can try to sneak through this very thick tree and shrub, or you can step back. You've got options. If you're wanting to try to talk to them, you'd probably get up next to Amethyst. Maybe try to talk to her before this happened.
I called it hunting party. Called it.
I wouldn't necessarily go rushing in there. I don't trust those humanoid people.
Well, I already roared to distract him, so.
This is all happening at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to try to talk to you as you're getting ready to roar. Morthos is sneaking through the trees. Zamros, are you wanting to do anything specific?
I'd just like to put my hand on her shoulder and just be like, I'm here for help if need.
Okay. And Eros, are you wanting to do anything specific? No, let me get you. I forgot to put your dog
I know they're a hunting party.
This is going to be
A hunting party for the hunting party.
Eros. This is going to be your wolf for
I
now.
wouldn't want to hurt anyone.
Eros, that's your wolf for
This
now.
is more.
And then Zamros, this is
Incredible.
Drazus.
Yeah. I'd say let me just go in already, and then fuck it, might as well just.
Are those elves?
Okay, Eros, did you want to do anything specific?
All we know is
Okay,
that
Eros, I need you to decide, buddy.
Oh no, actually no.
Okay, cool. Okay, so at this point, Julok's going to step forward. Zarmos is going to put his hand on.
I set him a little forward so he wouldn't sort of stop.
His hand on Amethyst's shoulder. He says, "You know, I've got you. We're here if you need us." Julok, you say, "Maybe we should talk to the humanoids," but you look at Amethyst's face and you see she's about to do this. At this point, roll initiative.
Now I'd like to get an arrow.
Can I help War?
4. Roll initiative.
6.
17. And if I help Roard, is that plus anything? Or is it cool if I help
That's hilarious.
Scream?
You don't have to ask permission to yell.
I know, but like, is it plus anything like
You said I'm
intimidation?
with you, so when she yells, you're probably going to yell too.
Suck my dick.
Is it plus intimidation?
No, initiative is, I should know this.
Dexterity.
Dexterity, thank you.
Oh, shit.
So 9.
So 18. I got 18.
I got 9.
Okay, so, anybody over 25? Okay, anybody over 15? Okay, Zamros.
Wow, that's only one.
Anybody over 10?
12.
12?
I got 12.
12, okay, who wants to go first?
I'll say you could go first.
I'll go first.
Amethyst and Morphos. I'll just let you arrows in my head. Okay, anybody over 5? What are you at?
9.
9?
9.
Okay, who wants to go first?
You go first.
Okay. Oh.
That's funny.
And they rolled a solid 31.
Okay. Cool.
Can I wait to yell with Amethyst?
Yes, absolutely. I need to mark where these guys' stats are located.
Water.
Give me one of the little
What?
A minotaur.
Okay. So,
What's the best time to go to the dentist?
2:30.
Yeah, you knew that one? I just heard it today.
What?
2:30.
okay.
At 2:30.
Yeah, I'd like to move forward.
Amethyst roars.
Yes.
Zamros joins her. It's this very strong, surprisingly strong for a female voice, but very animalistic. Followed by Zamros' deeper bass. Yes. You guys release these roars. Amethyst, you're moving forward.
Yes.
How far forward?
As far as I can go.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm in a weird spot. Okay, as you move past this point, you see the rest of the clearing, and you are made aware of.
What?
Oh no!
And that's why I stayed in the trees.
I'd like to rage at this point.
You run forward, you're like,
Okay, well, here we go.
just instantly
Oh.
start swinging axe.
Well, I guess I'm killing that guy.
Who's that guy?
That's the guy that dies first.
He
Actually,
looks like a friend.
I like to make diplomacy.
Okay, are you going to... okay, so you just roared, charge forward, you're not raging.
Not.
And you stop.
Yeah, let's not rage yet.
Okay, you can use your bonus action to try to talk to them, or you can use your action to try to talk to them.
Where are those?
Whatever is best.
You call it and you call it right now.
Bonus action
So
right now, I
your
guess,
bonus
yeah.
action
Yeah.
to try to talk to them. Okay, go.
Wait. Do not kill this owlbear, please.
Okay.
I will pay good money for you guys just to not kill it.
Don't make any problem. Why did you offer money?
Thank you. Okay, at this point, you hear coming from this individual, I'm going to say, just for the sake of argument, he's going to step out.
Hannah?
He kind of does a quick step to the side, looks at you, says, "This is ours!"
I'd like to turn to it and be like, please.
I guess I can't do anything really. I was gonna try to help
This is
persuade
Amethyst's
them.
turn.
Okay.
He looks at you and he says, "You can leave, or you can join the bear in the nets."
At that point,
what are your intentions with this bear?
At this point, the owlbear roar gets really looks like
I
it's about to
like-
charge.
I like to, get in stance to act like that. I'm also in a fighting stance to,
Okay, I'll say you have one more line until you end your turn. Just because we're in the middle of a combat situation, it's already begun. You're running out of time. You've got a couple more lines, or you can take your action. Just because this is a cornered animal, he's about to do something. And I have an initiative order, but yeah, this owlbear's about to.
I'd like to start raging.
Okay, you use your bonus action to
Yes.
talk. You cannot rage this turn.
Gotcha.
But you can attack.
Okay. Let me.
You can use your action to dash.
Yeah, let me just start to attack, I guess.
Okay, the one next to you.
Is there a way to like push him?
That's the only one. You can, yeah, you can shove.
Okay, I'd like to shove him.
Okay,
as
roll a strength check. That'll be contested by. Check.
13
Plus 5.
plus 5.
Okay.
Just to show that I'm not kidding.
Yeah, you step forward with your axe. You just shove it against this bandit. Gets shoved back.
Bandits.
Gets shoved back. It's like, what the hell?
Is it possible to like move forward a little bit?
That ends your turn.
Damn it. Okay.
Let's see, Zamros.
Because I don't want them to be like hostile just yet.
They're going to kill us.
Too late.
They might not like us.
I'd like to be right here. Well, do you want us to help?
Yeah, if you guys could.
Okay.
We
So
can try to clear a way for you.
move forward and also shove.
Okay, you're gonna shove the
Or
same guy.
should I shove or attack?
Shove.
Shove.
He's gonna be like on the
Yeah,
ground.
roll,
and just be
roll
like,
strength. Check.
Roll it.
No, I'm not
Massive
rolling- I'm not
disadvantage.
rolling,
Is
it's
this the
just
same
some
guy?
killing.
Is that who you're shoving?
Be lawful good to these guys.
Yeah, strength check.
12.
17.
Okay, that succeeds. He gets shoved back into his friend here. Who also gets shoved back. And as she's shoved back, she releases a crossbow bolt that she had drawn into the air. Yeah, that ends your turn.
I lost it in the air.
Unless you have a bonus action to this.
Oh, no.
Morphos.
Me? Sweet. Okay. Apologies for not handling this as passive as you guys. So this is difficult terrain, so it's cut in half, right?
Yes,
so
it's double.
this would be 20,
20.
right? Yep. Would I be able to get a shot from right here to this guy?
I'd say you have to take one more step forward, just to the edge.
Just
So
to the
that's-
edge? So that's 25 for me.
So that would be
Oh, no, that would be my full 30.
20, and then you would get 30 here.
30 here?
Or no, yeah, wait. Yes, that would be 30 there.
Alright, I wanted to stay here
If
because
this
of
was
the
20, wouldn't this
Okay.
be 40?
one disc
Exactly.
give me a
So
shot
you're
here.
using cunning action.
Yeah, to make sure I can get the shot on this guy right here.
Okay.
With your long
And
bow
then-
or your bow?
Dwarf.
Your short bow.
Because I picked assassin and he hasn't taken a turn yet in this battle, I have advantage on him.
Exactly right.
16 plus 3, so
And you get your roll with advantage.
nope. The 16 plus 3, so 19.
That.
And I want to do it with my crossbow that I have not used yet,
Oh, you're right. Okay.
which will be.
Roll your
What was
damage,
it?
sir.
This is my D8, and would you say I get my stealth on this?
You do get sneak attack.
Oh yeah. Well,
On this first
of
one.
course I'm a
Yeah.
Oh my god.
4, 8, and then 3. So what is that? 11.
11 damage. Okay. You step forward. He hasn't noticed you yet. You pull out of the trees. You're just on the tree line there. You release your crossbow and do 11 damage. It flies at him. He does a quick sidestep, but it cuts through his shoulder as his arms are bare, I should say. 11.
Not a
Arms are
pump.
bar.
His arms are bare. Okay. Eros.
Alright. Bonus action. Casting Hunter's Mark.
You have to be able to see your opponent's cast Hunter's Mark.
I can't see through the woods.
No, sir. They're thick. The only reason you've been able to see through this is because this bear has been making the room.
Should be thick.
I'm leaving Trace's back.
You would have to move into one of these to be able to see him. Maybe this. You could see him on this one. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay.
Sup, bro?
I'll move next to Morthos. Cast Hunter's Mark.
Bonus action, cast Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, might as well, let's get this going. 17.
Nice.
Okay.
Come on, buddy,
I
let's
will
see.
say, I need you to roll that again at disadvantage as you're trying to shoot past your Goliath friend.
Is it possible to speak to the team and saying, oh, no, actually, question actually.
Okay.
Is it possible to like not kill these fools? Just like,
13 plus
incapacitate, if you know what I mean.
Oh, well, I'm gonna incapacitate.
That hits and it misses Zamaros just barely. Zamaros, you've got this powerful pose and it goes under your armpit. You're like,
Hell yeah.
Roll
Hell
damage.
yeah.
5.
I'd like to turn around and ask if that was payback for the apple. Or I'd like just turn around and scream, I'm sorry about the apple, okay?
I trusted my shot well enough.
That ends your turn unless you have 5
Just like a
more
little
movement, though.
sizzle on my arm from the
You have
hunter's
35,
mark.
right? Speed?
Yes.
So you have 5 more movement if you want it.
Oh, you could have moved forward and then done it.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't have had to roll with disadvantage.
I'll stick
He's a
next
good
to Morphos.
Okay. Excuse me. Jalak, you're up.
Okay.
Oh god, that's a lot of archers.
Let's see. Sorry.
Oh, this song's called The Hunters.
Fitting.
I'm gonna go. Let's see.
10?
Yeah.
15? You can see everything at that point.
Freak out.
I'm going to go. So who's this again? This is Morthos.
That is Eros.
Yeah.
Unpainted one is Morthos.
Okay.
Wrong way. Flip that sentence.
Yeah. Flip what he
Eros
said.
Morthos.
Eros Morthos. Okay. I'm gonna touch Eros and I'm gonna use my spell.
I would like to come to that.
Enhance ability.
Okay, that's a
It's
first level spell.
a level 2 spell.
Okay.
So and I'm gonna choose. What would you want? Bull bears.
You get to decide. You get to decide.
Damn. I'm gonna go bull strength.
You're gonna give Eros full strength.
That's no. Okay, I'm gonna give him.
Something quick and
Think we're gonna archer.
I'm gonna give him Fox's cunning.
that's good. He just I need a new bow.
hands over my short bow.
Fox's
Just
cunning.
like here, buddy.
I guess.
He's just like he just goes and fights the owl bear.
Punches everyone.
He's just like spinning in a circle.
Owlbear goes to
I just
attack
pull
and
out
you
my
just go.
short swords and just.
I would just like imagine the owlbear just going to grab you and you
Okay, you get a +4
All the
enhancement
while,
bonus
can't
to
stop this
intelligence.
feeling is playing in your head.
You've gotten a 4% score.
Intelligence?
He just starts flying off because of the 2
I don't
daggers.
know how that'll help you much.
Not in
Yeah.
battle.
You want to use a bonus action for anything? I don't know that you have anything. You can...
No, I'm good.
So make sure you mark that +4 so don't forget about it. Okay, that ends your turn.
Now you're smart.
Okay, at this point,
So help me in a saving throw.
yes, and if you cast a spell with intelligence, I don't think you do it.
Yeah, stay focused on the out there a little bit.
The apple is great indeed. I was not expecting Raz to have this will be.
They both step forward, kind of like a fisherman. They just throw these nets that are weighted on the side. They spin through the air. The owlbear claws at one. Its claws are so sharp, the talons, it just rips through one claw, and the other one falls on top of the net that's already on the animal's shoulder, and it pulls that one off too. Neither of them succeed. Uh-oh. At this point, this one is going to release a crossbow bolt at the owlbear.
No, buddy.
Can I roll? Can I wait before you?
That misses.
Wait. Oh. Okay, go ahead.
This one here
You already
also is
said it.
going to release a crossbow.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this, and it's gonna just subtract whatever you rolled.
Okay, go for it.
4, so
Okay.
-4.
It misses.
Okay.
It already
Did it
missed,
already
right?
miss? Dang it! That was
It's
such a
okay.
waste.
That's an inspiration die usage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. That misses too. This one here is going to release a crossbow bolt at Jalak, who just shouted and uttered at.
Okay, well,
his
I'm
friend.
gonna roll another one.
You're gonna use another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a 1, -1. What did he get?
He got a 14. What's your armor class?
13.
And
So
you-
the -1? Yeah.
Puts it at 13, it still hits. Has to be
Really?
under.
Ah, son of a nugget.
Son of a nugget.
Son of a
What's your language?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, you son of a bitch eating bulldog.
Yeah.
What kind of crossbows do they have? Do they have any light?
Only 4 damage. He releases the crossbow, even as you shout out these discouraging words, even though it's a little distraught, it still releases the arrow, and it hits, does 4 damage. This other crossbow user is going to shoot at the owlbear. That misses. Okay, that's their turn.
I'd like to be like, no!
It is the owlbear's turn. This is where it gets fun.
I hope it just one-shots one of them.
I'm not expecting him to just
I'm
walk over
scared
to
if it
Amethyst
does.
and just bitch
What if
slap.
it turns on us?
I hope it has enough sense to be like,
This thing is this owlbears are cool, guys. Okay, so the owlbear is going
This part
to
owl is very
charge
intelligent.
towards the individual that has been trying to cast a net on him.
Which one? You said 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm going
I'll say this one.
5, 10. It's going to lash forward with its beak.
How dare you influence God?
Well, it worked.
Okay, and that
Sounded like you
hits.
said pelicans.
How much damage was it?
I was not planning on you guys fighting a bugbear today either. I mean, an owlbear.
Is there a bugbear I need to be looking out for?
Whoops. with one beak, it reaches forward, grabs right here on this bandit and/or hunter's shoulder, bites in, just head just lolls sideways, gives it a shake, goes flying.
I was kidding about that one shot, Micah.
It's got multi-attack. It's got an attack
Oh
with its
my
claws. of
God.
15. Goes 15.
Oh my god.
Moves forward onto this
Oh
other
my
bandit. Swings forward with his claws. Oh, that's not gonna hit.
We should have joined together with the bandits.
No, we're good.
It hits.
I still want to try and
It
save
runs
the bear.
forward and just a very aggressive claw strike, which is. Woohoo! This thing is a beast. This is 2d8 claw damage.
Oh my gosh.
And it kills.
Oh my
It
god.
kills that bandit. Literally claws right down the middle of its chest and just tears its face and nose all the way down to where its entrails fall forward. Dead.
I want to just say, I am so sorry.
And at that point, the owlbear still has movement. It's going to move back against the wall.
If we keep going after the bandits and then just let it walk away, maybe we'll be
Okay. At this point,
I like that theory.
I'm with Giant.
Hey yo boys, not this one.
Go, you're the big one. You're the big guy. Go arm wrestle that bitch.
Got it.
Go get that bitch.
Tackles it into the wall. I don't want to do that, Micah. Don't make me roll for that. Please.
okay.
Like
This
you made me roll for the apple.
guy's going to go take 10 feet forward. It's going to pull out his scimitar. It's going to swing at Zamaros.
Pull yourself that out there.
Natural 20.
Well!
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're good. You're alive.
It does 8 damage. He steps forward with the scimitar, drags it across you. 8 damage. Make sure you tally that for me.
I think I might want to use Stone's Endurance.
At that point, you have to use Stone Endurance on the attack roll.
Yeah.
At that point, he's swaying upward with the scimitar. He's going to bring it back down on you again. That's 18. That also hits.
Ooh. Wonder Woman.
5 damage. So 13 total. He's then going to step to the side, pull out a dagger, and reach towards Amethyst.
Why can they move like 3 times?
Because
What the
they're
hell?
smart about their movement.
You can split up your movement any way you want. And you guys are fighting somewhat experienced people who know how to use their skills. Unfortunately. That
Would that be under danger sense?
no, it won't, and he misses anyways. He steps forward, lunging with his dagger. He went scimitar. Steps forward, lunges with his dagger, but misses Amethyst. That is his turn. We're back to the top. Amethyst, you're up.
With your diplomacy.
Yeah.
You'll get you
attack
that
back,
bear.
so.
Go talk to.
Are you gonna rage?
Yeah,
Bonus action?
I'm a rage.
Bonus action to rage. Advantage on any strike with your great axe. The great divine.
Roll raging. Can I?
Why if I moved so far away?
Yeah, I didn't need to.
Yeah, I'll just attack
Oh,
him.
yeah.
I accidentally flicked this.
I'll just attack the dwarf.
No, that's
No,
actually
no.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
You're gonna attack. Okay. Roll with advantage.
Like, I'm not your enemy here. Ah, shit.
Advantage.
So roll
advantage.
twice.
Fuck.
What's it total?
Is that 9 or 6?
Which one was higher? It's a 9.
It's a 9 plus 8, right? Or it's 5?
5.
Yeah, 5.
9 plus 5, 14. That misses. You step forward, swing with your great divine, full of righteous anger, He kind of shimmies out of the way, and as you swing down, you notice his studded leather is able to shrug that blade off, so it misses. Just barely. Anything else? Oh, that was your action, bonus action. You have more movement, but you could get a strike of opportunity.
That's fine. Can I go pee?
Yeah, go for it. You're done. Zamros, you're up.
And I can cast Hunter's Mark on this guy.
Isn't it? Okay. You technically can. Yes. Yes, you can.
He's fighting you on that one.
Well, because I mean, I know he can. But the thing about that is, for your case, it's actually channeling divinity rather than a spell, so it's a little bit different. But we'll talk about it later. You technically can do it.
Can I do that and strike?
It's a bonus action, so yes, you can.
Yes, I'd like to do that on the dude that just hit me for 13
Okay.
damage.
You cast Hunter's Mark. What color are you feeling?
Red.
Red.
Okay.
A deep, like, crimson blood red.
Okay. I wouldn't say red, but scarlet. Just emanates around you and around your
Scarlet Spider.
double-bladed
That's it.
scimitar. You said. Double-bladed scimitar.
Yeah, because that lets me roll an E.
Okay. Yes, sir. You're gonna strike.
Hunter's Mark gives you another
G6.
D8.
Or D8.
Shoot.
D8. Yeah, you're right.
I was about to say.
Well,
I was
level
gonna-
1 is D8. So roll to hit.
Oh no, you're right. D6.
Oh, that hits. Roll your D12.
20?
Yeah, you're right. D6.
Yeah, it's critical.
Wait, what else?
You're holding the
So
D12.
D12 is in your hand, and then you get a D8.
This? Nope. This.
You want
It's like the diamond.
Here, take this.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's red too.
Ah.
Ooh,
10.
Okay, 5, 10.
that's so good.
Your 5 is doubled, so it's actually 15 total. Because you got a natural 20. So as you step border with your double-bladed scimitar, you see his little puny scimitar compared to yours, which is just twice the size. And you just
to brag.
swing it down. He tries to use the scimitar to block. It's knocked out of the way. He takes a good hit in the same arm that he had taken the arrow earlier. It cuts to the bone. 15 damage.
You're
Sweet
stuck.
mother of God, how is this guy still alive?
He's got a lot of health.
No.
Morthos, you're up.
Alright, and since they're there, would I get my advantage still? Super
And you're in a clear area too.
I think we should just aim for this guy,
15,
kind of
so
like
that's
ogre.
18. And then, because I get to do my sneak attack. Oh, that's a lot of damage. 8, 6, and 5.
19 total.
11 plus 8. 19.
Oh shoot, that's actually good.
13 plus 6. So,
That's a lot of damage.
A lot of damage.
oh,
Should
15.
kill him.
I saw it.
Should, but
Yeah.
you guys say should, but
Okay.
Yeah,
You
I
got
release
100
you
now.
release the arrow
I don't think
with
it'll kill him.
very accurate precision.
Crossbow. I'm still using it.
Thank you. Sorry. You release the crossbow with precision as it flies towards him, heading towards his heart. He shifts. He's very nimble. He shifts and it goes into his neck, doing major damage. He kind of lets out a guttural growl, but he's not down.
Alright, I would like to use my movement now.
Okay.
To go back. So this would be 20, and then let's see. Down here would be 30, right? Would you? Would I have the trees to help me out?
That's nice.
Yeah, that will give you 3/4 cover.
Nice.
You're pretty much
All right. I'll leave it as that then.
Okay. Eros.
I just farted in there, so.
all right.
Shoot him.
Please.
At this point, you've got a clear line from where you are. For if you're shooting that boss guy here.
Yep, my Hunter's Mark still on. 14.
14 plus 5, that
19.
hits.
All right, let's do this. 4.
You release an arrow flowing with blue energy. He's still up. But it goes towards his head. He does another shift. It scrapes over his eye. He's got blood falling into his left eye. He's having a hard
My
time
nose is
seeing.
bleeding. I haven't even like gotten a real fight, and my nose is
I
bleeding.
know, you're having a very immersive experience right now.
Jalak, you're up.
Okay.
If you want, I
What do you
can
think,
punch
Jalak?
I'm gonna move around.
Okay.
I think my turn, like my whole turn, lasts under 15
I'm gonna
seconds.
go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
25, 30, but yeah.
Oh, and can I use Thunderwave and hit these two guys?
You can
You'd
cast
also
Thunder
hit
Wave. You
Amethyst.
would
Will I hit
probably
you?
hit. Yeah, you'd probably hit
Dang it,
Amethyst.
I don't want
Well,
that.
if you get right here, you could get the advantage on this guy.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, he is facing the other way.
Okay, advantage. You can just swing with your rapier.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to roll twice, two
Goes
twice.
right through it, stabs him with this.
14
Okay.
and
Oh,
a
no,
5,
there's a
and I get a +3.
Okay, the 14 hits. Roll your damage, sir.
Okay. D8. Where is it? There it is. 8.
Ooh.
Okay.
This guy.
Okay, as Jalak steps forward, pulls out his rapier, goes for a quick stab. It goes through his kidney and out the front of his body, through his studded leather. In fact, it goes right through where a stud in his leather is, and it just pops off and you hear it clink, 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 take on the roots and the earth. As you pull the sword out, a spurt of blood. He is so close to death, you can smell it. It's in the air, essentially the shit, as he's loosing his bowels. He's very close to
Good job on knowing where the kidney's at.
death.
Now
Okay.
I'm scared.
Does that end your turn, Jalak? You got a bonus action.
Do a little bit of damage.
I think you only have one inspiration.
I have 2.
You have 2 left?
I'll give an inspiration.
Okay. Bonus action 2.
Is this Batman?
No, it's Game of Thrones. This is Dracarys. Fire.
Amethyst.
Okay,
No,
Amethyst.
do you already have one? You don't? Yeah, I'll give you one.
Okay, inspiration to Amethyst. Okay, that puts the banditos up. Okay.
I'm scared.
This guy's gonna step forward. Release another. Well, that's actually, yeah. Release another net.
I'm so glad they're not maining us.
I'm still expecting them to.
Throws a net, and at that point, the owlbear swings up with the claws, just tears it literally in half in the air. Misses again.
I don't want to fight this thing.
These 2 bandits are going to release a crossbow bolt at Jalak. The one on the left.
I knew that was gonna happen. I'm gonna roll my inspiration as magnifier.
Okay. Go for it. Roll it.
Magnifier.
Roll
1.
it. Okay. Good news, it doesn't hit.
Yeah!
But it wasn't going to hit in the first place.
Woo!
That's your last inspiration.
Yeah, no.
Okay. That misses. This second one's going to use 10, 15 to get advantage on Jalak.
Of course. I should have guessed this would happen.
You
It
know
always
what's funny?
does.
When I'm
That
sitting
does
here,
hit.
I knew it.
He's using, I believe, a short sword.
when I'm
This
sitting
happens
here,
every time.
I can
I just
throw
need to stay
He's
back
using
and
a
not do
scimitar.
anything.
over me to like move these pieces, but
6 damage.
now that I'm moved,
He steps forward with the scimitar,
Just leans
swings
forward.
across your back. It cuts into the flesh shallowly, but does 6 damage. You try that. Okay. This bandit is going to release a crossbow bolt at this.
Oh,
That's
great.
11. That misses.
Oh, wait.
Okay, that ends their turn. Owlbear's up. Okay. 5, 10.
There will
Going
be
to
carnage.
reach forward with his beak. 14. That hits. Gonna do damage.
I think you're having too much fun playing as the owlbear.
Oh, I love the owlbear. He's awesome. And
Looks
these,
awesome.
You know, he's just right.
That will be Amethyst feature right there.
Okay, he steps
So
forward.
would he get a buff because it's an owlbear, or is it just bear spirit?
That's for later discussion. He steps forward between Amethyst and her god. Steps forward. Noticing a weak point in their leather armor, reaches down with its beak on a similar area as he got his friend
Oh,
around
so
before.
clever.
Bites in.
That's
Its
very
head
original.
lolls forward, gives it a nice toss.
because
And then he's going to 15, 20, 25, move up on this other bandit, and he's going to swing forward with his claw.
Oh my god.
7. That hits 2.
Oh.
That is 2d.
what fucking dice are you using, Micah?
I've got the best ones.
The kind that are controlled by God.
Jeez. Okay, the owlbear steps forward, claws sideways.
Just
It's a little
slices.
too close, so his claws don't get to go into effect, but just palms this guy straight over, hits his head on a tree, coma,
Dies.
coma-like state. The owlbear is, I think, he's gonna move back to the wall.
I think he's looking at Jalak.
Okay, and then it's
Protect me,
I'm a
all.
big boy's turn here.
Protect me. I just need to get away.
He's going to he's gonna swing at Jalak.
Wait, who is?
Bad boy here with the scimitar.
Why would he attack me and not those
He's
two
got
guys?
advantage on you, brother.
Oh, okay.
Borther.
Protect me.
18, that hits.
Protect me.
Oh my god.
I feel like every time I do anything, I just get attacked.
Pretty much.
It's weird.
You gotta pay attention to where you go, my friend.
I knew where I was going. I just was hoping that nothing would happen.
Hit.
Where you come from? God,
7.
I'm still alive.
Okay. 7 damage. He steps forward, swings at you with the scimitar. Then he turns around, following that stroke, turns around and swings at Amethyst. Thank you. He's
freaking out.
rolls 11 plus.
Wait, are you dead?
Not yet.
Cool.
Okay, 15. Misses? Or
Yeah.
hits?
No, 14. I'm at 14.
So it hits.
Well, how much did he get?
15.
Oh, yeah. He hits
Okay,
me.
he hits 8 damage.
Cool.
Okay, he swings, does 8 damage to Amethyst, hits her on the shoulder blade, and just you hear a slight grating against bone as it cuts teeth. Then he's going to move 10 feet here. Amethyst, you get an attack of opportunity if you'd like to take it.
Okay.
Sure. Roll. Finish him. You lose advantage though.
4.
4, so that misses. Right?
Well, it's a mandatory.
Oh yeah, because you're raging.
Yeah. 14
14 plus, it hits.
at 5.
Okay, it hits. Roll your damage.
Kill him. D10, right?
Kill him.
D12.
Because he's about to stab his dagger into Jalak.
4.
4? You okay? He has health points for 3 left, so you finished. How do you kill this guy?
Push him towards the.
I just like to quickly jab
Okay.
on this.
As he's stepping towards and around Jalak,
Push him towards
your
the bear.
axe follows the movement of him. So instead of stopping him in his tracks, it actually pushes him forward. So as you swing and cut into his back, you hear that vertebrae get snapped, and he gets pushed forward, following the momentum, stumbles forward, lands at the feet of the owlbear.
That's pretty intimidating.
Okay, Amethyst, we're back up to you. He's
I'd
dead.
like to move forward too.
Okay, we're gonna move towards
Owlbear.
5, 10, 15.
You're not gonna try and fight this thing, are you?
I'm try to intimidate it.
Yeah, that's a goal.
No, just leave it be.
Well, I
He
need it.
needs, but it's gonna attack us.
Are you
There's
gonna?
no
Do you want to
way
move
like
square in
know
front of
that
it,
it
or
hasn't
keep the
gone
corner?
after
Because
us
you
yet.
can reach him here.
Yeah, I'll just keep that.
It hasn't gone after us at all.
Should you
yet.
try to interact with it, maybe?
Yeah.
Like, say,
Interact
It's,
with it?
we've had
Yeah,
enemies
that's what you're
between
doing,
us.
yeah. So
Yeah.
roll animal handling for me with advantage, as this is you're feeling like this is the right way to go. So you get to roll twice there.
Ah, fuck.
What is it?
16?
16.
Okay, roll again.
2.
Okay, so 16 plus your wisdom modifier, which is
Can I
a
use
2,
advantage too?
Yeah, before I call it, yeah.
No, you already did
Oh,
advantage.
I
You
did.
mean your
Oh.
inspiration.
Oh, inspiration then.
Oh yeah, roll your inspiration.
Okay, so it was 16.
Plus 2 already, so you're
and
at
then-
18.
3.
Okay, it's 21. You step forward, and your raging state, you're very imposing, even though you're, way smaller than this large animal.
I like to try to keep it calm even though I'm raging though.
It sees you, and as this body is between you, it's just going to go claws into the back of this bandit leader, straight into the earth, and just lean forward and look at you, and it's going to let that chirpy roar go right in your face, and just release it. You smell entrails and viscera from the inside of his mouth that's just been left on the inside of his beak. Mostly you.
And then turn and fight this bandit thing.
Oh.
What did you just sit on?
Surprise.
A Lego.
Are you ending your turn there?
Don't attack it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
This
attack
boy is dead.
I think I would probably have.
I think you still have movement, right? You still have movement.
He has.
But I used my bonus already, right?
You have. You haven't used a bonus.
Oh.
You haven't used an action. You've just spoken essentially.
Can I like try to
you got-
interact with it, like with food or something like that, or?
Okay.
We're still in the middle of battle.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I'll
Sure.
say you,
I'll just end my
you
turn
getting
then.
up in its
Yeah.
face was
Okay.
was you interacting.
I'll just end my turn.
Okay.
then.
In your turn.
He didn't say he was
You gotta step aside from Mr. Left.
I'll say at this point, you guys can tell that the bandits are like
5, 10, 15, 20,
Kinda like
25,
those.
30.
Why don't you leave that one to me and
Yeah, like we could finish that really easily.
Fine. 5, 10, 15, 20. I could get right here, but would that hinder my ability?
20, 25. You can get here. You won't get advantage.
Okay, 5, 10,
5, 15. That's a difficult terrain.
5,
15,
30?
15, 25, 35. That passed, so you couldn't get there. So you could get 15. You could get 25 here. So then you'd be stuck. Or you could go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, I'll say. I'll be right there.
Okay.
Do what?
Of course.
He does
I
that, and it looks like it
transfer Hunter's Mark to this guy.
Okay. It's a bonus action. You can attack.
How's this hurt?
No, his like bends backward.
What? Like
What?
No, like
Roll it. 17. Roll your damage.
I get
12 plus a d8.
So
12.
12 plus your D8. So 9.
Okay. You step forward, swinging with your double-bladed scimitar. You get this one's a her actually, in the hamstring, into the bone. You hear a crack. Still standing though. The strength of your blow broke her femur.
She's going to bleed out very soon. Just
Okay. Morthos, you're up.
Alright. Now, question. Since I went back in, but I doubt it. No more. That's what I figured. But had to ask.
Yeah.
Alright. Either way. So if I just popped out, now can I have the clean shot?
he's like,
I do that a lot. 18, so.
That hits.
Nope. Just my D8 though. Just the 2.
Okay. 2. So you release the arrow. It goes towards the forearm, goes through, but doesn't affect the muscles. She's kind of like got her crossbow, but goes through here, and she kind of just like keeps the arrow.
Whoa,
and gets
that's
ready to
intense,
release.
dude.
It's kind of cool, actually.
It
That's
is
cool.
really.
Okay, Morthos, is that all?
Anything else? No, just leave that there.
You're up.
transfer Hunter Mark.
Yeah, you're right, because you have a transfer from the dead one. Go.
You just
Never
flex
mind.
on God.
Okay, did you end your turn? Oh, that is your turn, actually. Unless you move.
Hold on, did you flex on God just now?
Actually, I would like.
That's true. You flexed on God and won. You've got movement.
I want to take a step back, and can I call?
You can't, actually. Moving your animal is a bonus action.
It is. I thought it was an extra bonus action.
It's a bonus action. And use your bonus action to transfer
Yeah, I
your
did.
hunter's mark.
I did. I wish that was an extra. I will
It's bonus action to move your animal, and you can use an action to attack. But you get multi-attack with your animal.
yeah,
That ends your turn.
because I think it was.
We can look over that in a second. But, Julok, you're up.
Yeah.
So,
Go. Where are my cards? Okay.
Cal Jalop's turn comes up and it's all silent.
Because he could kill this guy.
Gosh, I'm so scared. I have 1 health point left.
You can get advantage on this guy real quick, real easily.
But then I can't move.
You can move after. If you kill him, then you can move farther away and wouldn't have an attack of opportunity.
And you could
Okay.
just
Or
move
use
back.
your action to disengage, knowing that
This
she
one's on-
actually has a crossbow.
What is this?
Okay.
Weather top, this is one.
You could move back in a 3/4 quarter
It's on it from
and
Nard.
cover.
Or you can go right here.
Then you get advantage. If you kill her, then you don't have to worry, you have a little bit more movement. So that's technically 15. That's 15.
Yeah, why not?
Wait, did I get
I'm
an-
probably gonna die again. That's okay.
Roll to hit.
You're our greatest spot.
Should I get an apple one?
got your
Yeah, you
health
did.
up.
Yeah.
No, I have 1. It's because I
Roll
was
it.
attacked.
Okay, roll it. Yeah, finish up
18.
Ooh.
Okay, that hits. Roll your damage. You don't even need the advantage.
That doesn't.
Off the table.
Yes, it does.
It was like an 8 dice. What?
4.
4? Okay. You step forward, swing rapier, pinpoint accuracy right at the heart. She goes down. Jonah, you still got 15 more feet of movement. You can
I'm
move a
leaving.
little farther away.
Sorry, guys.
So that's 10,
I got it.
10,
Okay.
15. That's where you can go.
That's good with me.
Okay. That puts the bandits up. This bandit. Yeah, I know, right? This bandit is just feeling a little distraught. She is going to release her arrow at the tiefling.
Do it. Land the shot. Do it.
12.
14.
Okay. She releases. She releases it, misses. She's going to use her full movement. 5, 15, 25.
Oh, she leaves.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
so gonna hunt
attempting
her
to
down.
flee. That puts the owlbear up. The owlbear is going to. It's got its claws dug into the back of this guy. It's just going to lift up and then throw him in the air. He flips, kind of like barely hanging on by bits of his muscle and skin. And then it's going to step over, bear down on Amethyst, and it's going to roll a claw attack.
Who's low on health? Because we have
You.
potions.
You are low on health.
Yeah. But I wasn't. Because I'm kind of out of the. I was just thinking, because I could use one and I can't use it on myself.
Okay, that's 15 Amethyst. That hits, right?
Yep.
Okay, 15 hits.
I can't use health potions on myself. I'd have to.
Oh, that's nice. 7 damage. What does that put you?
I'm still good. I should be at 20. I was at 30 since I hit with that 8. I'm at 31 now.
So you're
Minus
good.
stuff, yeah.
Okay. Swings, hits, you pull up your Great Divine. As it swings at you, your Great Divine cuts into its palm, even as it goes to claw you, forcing it in. As it claws you, it kind of gets its claws and then pulls back really quick as it feels the Great Divine cutting into its palm. And at that point, it's going to shake its claw instead of using a beak attack.
Did everyone die?
Large spurt of blood amethyst
I have a
flies off of the shaken claw, swings towards you, and you're like, what the heck? There's a giant drop of blood. It's like about the size of a fist, so this is a large animal. And you're going to pull Great Divine up sideways, and the blood flies towards the half shaft, the shaft of your axe where it meets in the middle as it's double-bladed, correct? Or is yours one? Yours is one-sided.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
One side. As it meets where the shaft meets the iron of the head of your axe, the blood hits there, and it leaves this splotchy, looks like a birthmark on someone's skin. You know how people have like those splotchy birthmarks?
Yeah.
It leaves this weird splotchy birthmark, and the blood just dissipates. At that point, the owlbear just sits back on his behind and just like sits there. It's this really weird moment of like awkwardness. It's just like, yeah, like you thought you were about to die. It took blood, shook it, and it just melded into the head of your axe. We're gonna end it there, guys. Tomorrow, you will have the opportunity to chase this bandit. I
so
wanna go.
planning to.
Okay. And the owlbear has sat onto his haunches and begun to lick its wounds. Oh, next week. Yeah.
Which one?
I'm down for
White?
tomorrow.
This one right here.
I don't want to
I'm
chase
going
the
for it.
owlbear.
So we'll leave it there.
My hunter's
just
mark is
because
still on it.
we gotta
I know.
call it.
I have a feeling me and you are going
Good
to
job.
enjoy hunting
We'll
for
talk
once.
XP. I need to do some calculation. I'll text you guys the calculation for XP.
Okay, you want to come see my new car?
Yeah, well,
It's kind of raining out there.
It's
It's like raining.
like
okay.
actually like really bad raining.
Right now?
Is it cool
Yeah.
if we make like wait until it like chills a bit because it's like raining?
It's supposed to only get worse. That's what.
Yeah.
Damn, sorry about that.
They want you to fuck
Or
around.
you might just.